the customer in mind. With online bill pay available, it's easy to pay with just a few clicks of the mouse. Go to the City of Elizabeth webpage and click Online Payments for one-time pay online or paperless bill online pay. You can still mail in your payment or stop by one of the traditional locations to pay in person. For automated pay by phone, call 1-877-336-8403.
Get the tires your car needs for both fall and winter cold now at Hayworth Tire Center, Highway 980 Valley Forge. Hayworth Tire is a family-owned business supporting local high school sports teams and also offering tire buyers more than just name-brand quality tires. Obtain the new brakes, front-end alignment, shocks, and other automotive needs you might have. Plus, get lifetime computer balancing and lifetime tire rotation with every tire purchase you make from Hayworth Tire, Highway 980 Valley Forge. Open weekdays 8 to 5 and Saturdays 8 to 1.
You're listening to Murphy's Matchups. Murphy?
Thanks, Doug. Our last batch of predictions of the 2021 season deal with West Tennessee teams and those who compete in Division II. We'll start in 6A of Division I, where Collierville travels to Arlington. It's first place Collierville against last place Arlington in the Region 8 finale. I'll go with the obvious choice, Collierville, in this one. Germantown should remain in second with a win over Cordova. I think Whitehaven tops Bartlett, and Houston should win at White Station. 5A starts in Region 8, where Munford visits Memphis Central. The winner gets the Region 8 title and a chance to play at home in November. Look for that winner to be Memphis Central. Dyer County should top Kingsbury. That's a Thursday night game. And Friday night action in 5A, I think Brighton tops Southwind and Raleigh Egypt defeats Memphis Overton. Now in 4A, Hardin County has already won the Region 6 title and has an open date this week. I think Chester County wins at home against Liberty Magnet. Lexington should win at Jackson Southside. I think South Gibson tops Crockett County. Haywood, a likely winner over O'Brien County Central. I think Milan tops Jackson Northside in a mild upset. Look for Kirby to top Craigmont. I think Fayette Ware beats Wooddale, and Ridgeway should win at Melrose. In 3A, Memphis East, Tresvant, and Raleigh Egypt are all playoff bound. It's a guessing game, however, as to which team wins the Region 8 title. Thursday games out west include Hamilton at Memphis Business. I'm picking Memphis Business in that one. And I think Douglas wins at Sheffield, and Tresvant tops Memphis East, also a Thursday night game. In Region 7, Millington should win at Bolivar. I think Covington wins at Bolton, and I'm picking Dyersburg to win on the road at Ripley. In 2A, Fairleigh takes on MAHS, that game to be played on a Thursday night at Melrose. The winner is likely to win the Region 8 title. Both are very good football teams. I'm going with MAHS. Also on Thursday night, Oak Haven plays Freedom Prep at Whitehaven. I'm picking Oak Haven to win that one. Friday night action finds Camden winning at Gibson County. I think Huntington wins at home against Union City. I'm picking Westview to have an easy win at home against Houston County. Hillcrest takes on Manassas, that game at Freeman, and I think Hillcrest comes away the winner. And finally, Kip visits Mitchell, that game to be played at Whitehaven. I'm picking Mitchell in that one. Only one game scheduled on Thursday night among 1A teams. I'm picking MASC to top Bluff City. Friday night action finds Dresden entertaining Hollow Rock Brewston. I'm going with the Dresden Lions in that one. Gleason should top South Fulton. McEwen visits McKenzie. I'm picking McKenzie to get a win there. Humboldt could get into the playoffs if the Vikings can beat Halls, and I like the Vikings' chances a lot. I'm picking Lake County to win at home against Greenfield. Peabody should have no trouble with West Carroll. I think Middle College wins at Middleton, and BTW also should get a win against Westwood. Now in Division II at the AAA level, I'm picking Baylor to win at Father Ryan. MBA should top Knoxville Catholic, that game being played in Knoxville. Macaulay, the region champ, should win at Pope John Paul II. I'm picking MUS over Brentwood Academy, Christian Brothers over St. Benedict, and Briarcrest to top Innsworth. Now in Division II AA, I like Boyd Buchanan to top Knoxville Grace. Playing for second place are Silverdale and CAK. I think Silverdale wins on the road there. Kings Academy should win at Notre Dame. I like Knoxville Webb to win at Chattanooga Christian. Lipscomb Academy should top BGA. I think CPA beats Davidson Academy. FRA should top Goodpasture. I like ECS to win at St. George's. And North Point Christian could win the region with a win at Lausanne. I doubt that happens, though. I'm going with the Lynx in that one. Finally, in Division II Single A, I'm picking Middle Tennessee Christian to win at home against Friendship. Lakeway Christian should top Webb of Bell Buckle. I like Clarksville Academy to top Mount Juliet Christian. Franklin Grace should get a win at Columbia Academy. I like DCA to get a win at home against Nashville Christian. Out west, I'm picking FACS to top Trinity Christian. Jackson Christian to win at Fayette Academy. USJ to get a win at home against Harding Academy. And Doug, our last prediction of the year, I'm picking Tipton Rosemark to top the Memphis Nighthawks.
Thanks, Murphy. And that does it for the regular season. We've appreciated you being part of the program, and we especially appreciate the stations who carry the program.
And thank you, Doug and Murphy, as well, for being a part of our WBEJ Friday Night Football broadcast here on Better Than Ever Country.
Murphy's Matchups, made possible by Farm Bureau Insurance and your local Farm Bureau agent.
You've been listening to Murphy's Matchups on WBEJ Radio Sports. Tonight's show brought to you by Big John's Closeouts, Elizabethton Electric Department, Hayworth Tire Center. Stay tuned for the Sean Witten Show on Better Than Ever Country, WBEJ Elizabethton.
To ensure Elizabethton will keep growing and thriving through the years, it all begins with a good education. The Elizabethton City School System is always thinking of how to improve your child's future. When a good education can take you as far as you want to go, you need dedicated educators and administrators to encourage, enlighten, and challenge. Support local education. The rewards are endless. A reminder from the Elizabethton City School System.
Stop by Titan Nutrition in its new location beside Workout Anytime in the Elk Crossing Plaza, Elizabethton. Titan Nutrition offers health and sports nutrition products from hormone support for men and women and multiple types of protein and great flavors, including whey protein and plant-based protein. Consider Titan's pre-workout products to stimulate muscles before you work out for even better results. Titan Nutrition, now in the Elk Crossing Plaza, Elizabethton, open Monday through Saturday, noon to 8 p.m. Hampton Pharmacy is still the small community drugstore people still love to shop, located on Highway 321 in Hampton. Lanny Peters is Hampton Pharmacy's owner and registered pharmacist who invites you to bring in your prescription for quality medicine with fast service. Hampton Pharmacy accepts all major credit cards and Medicare Part D and is always available for consultation and counseling. Plus provides computer printouts for tax filing. Shop the excellent selection of case knives at Hampton Pharmacy, Highway 321 Hampton, an authorized case knife dealer. October 15th through December 7th is the open enrollment period for Medicare beneficiaries to choose a different Medicare enrollment plan. Call or stop in at Elizabethton Insurance Agency, downtown Elizabethton, and let the professionals help you choose the Medicare enrollment plan that's best for you in the new year ahead. That's October 15th through December 7th for Medicare open enrollment. Let Elizabethton Insurance help you find your best Medicare coverage. Elizabethton Insurance Agency.
on the goal of returning residents home, re-energized and with more mobility. Schedule your tour today at Hermitage Health Center, 1633 Hillview Drive, Elizabethton, 543-2571.
Get 2 meat and potato burritos for just $6 at Taco John's. Get your choice of bacon or sausage meat in your meat and potato burrito at Taco John's and get 2 of them for just $6 for a limited time. Drive through at Taco John's for breakfast to enjoy a potato ole scrambler in a large bowl, also with choice of meat combined with eggs, green peppers, onions, tomatoes, and potato oles. It's the potato ole scrambler for breakfast Monday through Friday, 7 to 10:30 a.m. and on Saturday mornings, 8 to 11. Drive through Taco John's, Broad Street at Sycamore, Elizabethton, as late as 10 o'clock any night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Senior Night at Seymour High School as we're got around 17 minutes till we tee it up and kick it off. Stacy, let's go ahead and, while we got a chance, let's go ahead and do our weekly picks going into the final week of the year. We got a couple of good ones, and we're going to have several from Region 2, which will have playoff implications. We're going to start out, the big one in gray is Hampton travels to Daniel Boone, 2A versus a 5A.
I'm about 7 games behind you.
Yeah, about 7.
I bet you picked Boone, didn't you?
I picked Boone because they're pretty hot right now.
I'm going to go with the Hampton Bulldogs just to try to catch them. I think if Hampton can run the ball like we saw last week, we'll be able to I think Hampton will be able to hang with Daniel Boone.
I think it's going to be a good game either way, one way or the other. Cloudland goes on the road to face North Green.
Cloudland will win that one going away.
I agree, probably around the clock. Jenkins, Kentucky travels to Unaka.
I'm going to pick Unaka with a forfeit loss because I think they had to forfeit that game.
Did they?
They did.
Well, we both win that one.
I'll go with Unaka because they got a forfeit win on that.
I missed that.
They didn't have enough players. I think Jenkins, Kentucky couldn't make the trip. So.
All right, now a big one in Johnson City with playoff implications. Also, you got Science Hill. It's at Kingsport. Science Hill goes to DB.
I think Science Hill wins that ball game.
Well, we're 2 for 2 on that one. Unicoi travels to Johnson County.
I'm going to go with Unicoi in that.
I went with Johnson on that one, so we're opposite on that one. Then Jeff County goes to Westridge.
I'm going to. Who did you pick? Jeff County.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Westridge.
All right. I went with Unicoi and Volunteers traveling to East.
Volunteer will win that ball game, I think.
Now we get into Region 2. Some playoff implications. These 4 teams are battling for 3 spots. Knox Carter is traveling on the road to take on Fulton.
You pick Fulton?
I picked Fulton.
I've got to go with Carter then. I got to catch you. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
All right, and then Gibbs travels down to South Dole.
I think South Dole wins that ball game.
We'll have to agree with that one. And then this one tonight, we'll go ahead and do your keys to the game on this one.
I'm going to go with the Cyclones here tonight. Got Robbie Fritz here texting us. I'm trying to keep up with him. About 6:18 to go in the first quarter at Daniel Boone. Score tied. Apparently Hampton and the Trailblazers traded punts. So Robbie will keep us updated here. Since he got thrown off the sidelines last week.
Yeah, he did.
Back in,
I forgot about that.
Back in Kentucky. The key to this game tonight for the Cyclones when they're on offense is they need to run what they do best. The last 2 or 3 weeks we've been seeing them trying to establish some things, try to establish some players, a second and third receiver, somebody else running, trying to get some people involved. Coach Whitten talked, if you listen to Coach Sean Whitten's show before we came on tonight, these freshmen are no longer freshmen when you reach the last game of the regular season, start the playoffs. It's time that we don't try to see who can play. It's the time for the ones that they have shown themselves to get in there and play. And that they've got to raise their game. There's no more auditions here.
Right.
They know who's going to play. They know who they expect, and they have to perform.
Defensively, what do you expect from the Cyclone Bucks?
Talked about that a little bit. The Eagle team, no pun intended, they're spread offense. Probably call it spread Eagle. It's not the athletes we're used to seeing, but it's a very good scheme. So the defensive backs are going to have to work, and especially the linebackers. And it's a good test for the Cyclones tonight because they're going to have to be able to play sideline to sideline from here on out to the end. And it's a good test for them tonight because that's what they're going to have to do.
And, Seymour's coming in with that big, huge bruising back.
Yeah, he's a number 12, but he could be a number 62.
He could have his hand on the ground.
Yeah,
you're right.
He looks like a guard out there, but big old boy. But, they really like to spread it out a little bit and give it to him. And he's got not as much help, so the linebackers and defensive line will have to do a real good job of honoring that run first, but then the defensive backs have got to be ready because they like jet sweeps. They like little buck sweeps, they call it, a little bit of counters and so forth. So it's a really good scheme. They just don't have as many athletes here as you would normally see based on what we've seen on film.
Right. And, we've seen them on film, and they are a good fundamental. I think last week playing, or 2 weeks ago playing volunteer, helped with the preparation of this and what you're going to see down the road, because when you get to these Knoxville teams, they're going to spread you out. Either the quarterback at Carter's throwing for like 2,800 yards, or you're going to get the scat back quarterback from Merritt, from Fulton, that's just going to zip you apart and just pick you apart and just take his.
Well, and that's why it's so good to see it, because just because they play a spread offense, it doesn't mean they're going to run.
Right.
A lot of teams do the San Francisco type thing. San Francisco 49ers, they run a spread offense, but they do it to get the wider splits, to get some people out of the box and then try to run it up the middle. And we'll see a lot of that from these Knoxville teams. So, and whether it's a running back or the quarterback doing the running, that's what we may see. And we'll get a good taste of it tonight.
And a lot of times the teams that, and Elizabethton's we're a prime example of it, they like to run the spread type of offense because they don't huddle. They don't allow the defense to come in and make any substitutions.
Right. Exactly.
So it's a chess game, and that's the hands that are played. We're right about 11 minutes left to go. Let's go ahead and go back to the station for this quick 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have tonight's starting lineups. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
Local high school game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank continues to support our local community from its headquarters here in Carter County. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage at one of our convenient locations or visit citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. With the pandemic continuing in place, don't panic. See Tom and Jerry at Clayton Homes of Elizabethton for all your home needs, where you always get 100% satisfaction for both product and service. Clayton Homes of Elizabethton is your low price leader for manufactured homes. You'll get the lowest home prices always at Clayton Homes of Elizabethton. So shop us first or shop us last for the guaranteed lowest home prices in the area. From Tom and Jerry at Clayton Homes of Elizabethton, 980 Bypass, open Monday through Saturday.
Cold weather is just around the corner, so get the professionals from Advanced Heat Pump System to maintain your system. Advanced Heat Pump Systems installs and repairs all brands and types of home heating equipment, and that includes oil furnaces. Over 40 years experience, and they'll do the job right the first time. Call. You'll get a live person on the phone. 926-2665. Help keep your home comfortable.
Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton Rehab and Wellness Center has been faithfully serving the Elizabethton and surrounding area for around 40 years, offering physical, occupational, and speech therapies tailored to meet your specific needs. The facility is clean, faces are friendly, and they strive to provide the best care to all who enter their doors. Remember, if you feel like you're sitting on the sidelines of life due to a sickness that's got you down, let Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton help you get back into your game. People you know, caring for people you love. And go Cyclones! For the best carpets, hardwood floors, vinyl, ceramic tile, laminates, and waterproof flooring, see Winchester Quality Flooring, 110 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Seymour High School as the Cyclones come running onto the field dressed in their orange or their white shirts with black numbers and the black pants. They come on carrying the American flag and the Cyclone flags. So we're waiting on Seymour to come out as the band's lined up. Stacy, let's go ahead and run through tonight's starting lineups. We'll go ahead, since we're on the road, we'll go ahead and do the defensive side. So you want to go ahead and start with the defensive end for the Cyclones.
Yep, defensive ends will be number 44, Caleb Johnson, 6'1", 225. And the other defensive end is number 80, Brad Cannon, 6'5", 225-pound junior.
All right, starting at the two defensive ends for the Seymour Eagles, you got number 80, junior Isaiah Sawyer, and number 61, senior Coy Cannell.
Defensive tackles for the Cyclones, number 67, Grayson Hatfield, 6'2", 255, senior. And at the other defensive tackle, the leader of this defensive line, number 74, senior Trenton Taylor, 6'5", 275 pounds.
And the two tackles for Seymour, you got number 76, senior Tyler Rogers, and also number 72, senior Caden Fowles.
Cyclones counter at linebackers with middle linebacker Eli Williams, 6', 205-pound junior. Number 16, the outside linebackers, number 14, T.J. Little, number 82, Mason Ball. We'll also see different people coming in and out of there at different times.
As we're getting ready to honor our nation, so let's go ahead and go back to the station for this 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll continue with the night starting lineups. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
We all love Carter County for many reasons. It's the breathtaking views from Roan Mountain, the historical spirit of downtown Elizabethton, the summer playground of Watauga Lake, and everything in between. Carter County Bank is proud to call this our home. It's our pride and joy, and we know it's yours too. We would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for your business and support. Since 1939, it's been our mission to put customers first and offer services that help make your life easier. We are Carter County's bank, and this is home. Carter County Bank, a division of Bank of Tennessee, member FDIC.
Do more of what you love. Expect more from your education. Achieve more of your goals. At Northeast State, we offer more than 135 programs of study, small class sizes, and we have a 90% job placement rate. Now is the time to do more. We are dedicated to guiding you through every step, from admissions to enrolling in classes to graduation. Visit northeaststate.edu and apply today.
Eat at one of the most popular places in Elizabethton, Jay's Corner at the corner of Lynn Avenue and F Street downtown. Jay's Corner was voted Reader's Choice for the best burger in town, and you'll also love Jay's Barbecue, smoked wings, hot dogs, subs, salads, and the very wide selection of sandwiches. Jay's Corner is open daily except Sunday to eat in or carry out. You can also call ahead at 547-3300 to have your order ready for pickup. Jay's Corner, Lynn at F Street, Elizabethton, also featuring daily specials, ice cream, and shakes. See the full menu on Facebook.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. After taking a moment to honor our national anthem station, we'll go ahead and pick up with the inside linebackers for the Seymour Eagles. Starting at one inside linebacker is number 35, Tanner Lane. He's a senior. And also number 12, senior Brandon Harris.
Blake Stewart, who I couldn't think of, is outside linebacker. We want to try to get it in and not overcome the national anthem there. Defensive backs for the Cyclones, number 21, the junior Nate Stevens, 5'9", 160 pounds. At the other corner, number 17, the senior Jake Roberts, 6 feet, 175 pounds. And your safeties, 18, junior Dalton Mitchell, 6 foot, 175 pounds. At the other safety, 5'10", 180-pound junior, number 5, Cade Russell. And your three defensive back, as Seymour in the film has been tendency to show on just a single high safety. So your two D-backs is number 7, senior Brooks Crowder, and also number 13, senior Ryan Ladarty, and your single safety is number 2, junior Josh Mevins. Those are your tonight starting lineups as we're getting ready. As Seymour has come out, and with it being senior night, Stacy, I think they've got every senior that they have as their senior captains. That senior comes out dressed in all navy with white numbers, navy pants, and a white helmet. As they got firework display going off, running through the band. Stacy, I look for this to be Coach Whitten get the ball. I don't look for it to be a puncher or a heavyweight boxer where they feel each other out. I'll look for him to go straight for the punch. Yeah, I think they're going to do that. This had a good travel. Looks like a good traveling crowd. We were a little worried about the Cyclone fans over there. They're still shopping. There's a pretty good crowd of them over there to be such a nasty. And not only is it nasty here tonight, the wind's blowing tremendously out there. You can tell. but the homestands here got a very good crowd here. Seem a little excited about the Cyclones coming into town. So kind of fun to come see somebody you haven't ever seen play before, haven't played against them. But I don't think Coach Whitten's going to take that luxury. He's not going to try to introduce himself pretty quickly here. I think that's what he's going to try to do.
And we'll go ahead and introduce your captains. Your two captains the two main captains for Seymour is number 12, Brandon Harris, and also you got number 61, Coy Connell.
Cyclones counter with number 14, T.J. Little, number 28, Blake Stewart, number 60. Is that 60?
Yeah, 60.
Owen Slagle, and number 66, Connor Johnson. We'll mention this a couple of times tonight. Tonight, Connor Johnson starts his 50th game at right tackle.
Should be 51, but Union, with the COVID forfeit, it don't count as a official game, so he started
50 games at right tackle.
And this senior class is 50 games. That's what's amazing.
But to start 50 games there is just amazing. So we'll talk about that as we go along tonight. But they're at the center of the field now for the coin flip. Maybe the longest coin flip I've ever seen. There's only two sides of it, so let's flip it here. Just got an update from Robbie Fritz here. 0-0 into 1. It's a good game between the Bulldogs and the Trailblazers. Cyclones clapping.
They still ain't decided what it is.
I don't know.
You've already flipped it, so it looks like Cyclones have won the toss, and we will receive, and we'll be going from right to left as you're listening to us back home, and we do appreciate you all joining us here tonight for the final game of the 2021 football season. The playoffs start next week, and on the side note, real quick, Stacy, playoffs next week begin at 7 o'clock.
Yep. Go back to that first game we had this year against Seinfeld. The 6A's are playing at 7. That's why I think Hampton and Daniel Boone kicked off at 6 o'clock tonight, even though they're 7 rather. Even though they're 5A, they kicked that off at 7 tonight.
Yeah.
For some reason, but next week
Boone, that 5A Region 1 decided they wanted to do all theirs at 7.
Okay.
Science Hill just Region 6 or 6A. They decided it was a choice.
Okay. So next week it doesn't matter. It's all at 7 o'clock. So everything's backed up 30 minutes. Murphy Fair, Coach Sean Whitten Show, and then Tony and I coming on to cover the Cyclones. As we're ready for the kickoff here, we've got number 5, or is that
17,
Jake Roberts deep, as well as number 21, Nate Stevens.
And kicking off is number 14, Kane. Kane's got the ball teed up near hash right at the 40-yard line as we're waiting, as the wind's blowing across field. And we're ready to tee it up and kick it off. And it's a high spinning kick. That's going to be fielded and fair caught by Teddy Orton right about the 26-yard line, where the Cyclones will take over 1st and 10 right around their own 26.
Nasty win like that, probably a pretty good choice to make that right now. Cyclones going to start with pretty good field position. But it's a little closer than that, but it is going to be the 26. So Cyclones come out looking to move fast, Tony.
Yep, it's coming out with the twins right, single receiver to the left, Russell, tailback to the left side of Rollins, H-back to the left. It's going to be snap. It's going to be handoff for Russell. Russell going over the right side. He bounces back over to the left. He cuts up the middle. He's going to cross the 30 up near the 30. They're going to mark him right at the 30-yard line, so a pickup of 4 yards.
You know, this is one of the new looks they've been looking at. You got number 82, Mason Ball, the gigantic 6'4", 225-pound H-back in there. So new look for the Cyclones.
Low snap, Rollins gets it. He's going to throw a quick smoke out here to Jake. Jake makes a move, plays player call. Misses. He's across 35, 40. Still on his feet across 45, spins, and he's going to go out of bounds about the 47, 48-yard line, and that is enough for a select 7 first down.
Good play. Just a little smoke, just a little fast pass over to Jake and let him make some moves. We talk about the wind. It's also raining here, Tony. It's not a heavy rain, but it's enough that you feel it, and it's blowing from right to left.
Same formation for the Cyclones this time. Rollins going to call his own. He's following the block of Cade. He stops and he cuts back across the middle. He's into territory of the Eagles. He keeps driving. He's pushed forward down to the 46. They're going to say one says 46, one says 47, so they're going with the 47, so pick up a 7 yards, so it's going to be a gain, 2nd down and 3.
Big block by Mason Ball and pick up that time by Cade Russell, so good job by the Cyclones. 10:30 to go here in the first period.
Cyclones going fast, hand off to Russell. Russell over the right side. He's down inside the 25, 30, 35, 20, 25, and down inside the 20, down at the, to where they're marking out the 17-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a select 7 first down. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones inside the orange zone.
Great job by the right side of that line. Connor Johnson we're talking about, Owen Slagle, but then Mason Ball comes in there, kicks out, and Russell's up for a big gain. So with 10 minutes to go in the first period, Cyclones have it 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line.
Cyclones going fast. This time they're going to throw a little out route to Jake. Jake gets it. He lowers his shoulder, and he's going to go inside the 10 down at the, see where they mark him. They're going to mark him out of bounds. I don't see that one at the 8. Mark him 1 yard short, so it's going to be a gain of 9. So it's bring up 2nd down and 1.
Tony Seymour has one thing I wish the Cyclones had. That's a digital down marker.
They have to invest in that. Snap back for Russell. Russell gets it. He lowers his shoulder, driving his feet. He's down inside the 5, and that is another select 7 first down for the Cyclones. 1st and goal for the Cyclones about the 4-yard line.
Tony, the Cyclones are just hitting on all cylinders right now between running the ball and the passing. Seymour really doesn't know what hit them. They're really not going to know now because they're bringing in the beef package here.
Yep. Here goes the heavy package where you've got Mason Ball in at H-back, Brad Cannon in at tight end, Blake Stewart in at 1 H-back, and then you got Rollins and Russell standing back, and there's going to be a flag. And as quick as the defender was, they're going to say false start. Looked like the defender was standing back there ready to take a snap from Bryson. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, back the Cyclones up to the 9-yard line.
Cyclones trying to get that beef package in there, and they were going from side to side, and I think somebody kind of jumped off sides right there.
It stays bad snap. Bryson falls on it. He was going to run before he got it. Luckily, his athleticism, he fell on it at the 12-yard line, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and goal from the 13.
Yep. Beef package comes out now. They're going to do something different.
Yep, they're going back to the normal Cyclone-style offenses. You're going to have twins to the left, single receiver to the right, H-back left. Russell now flips over to the left side of Rollins. It's going to be handoff to Russell. Russell over the right side, plenty of hole. He lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Give him 6.
Yep. Very strong, hard run by Russell that time over the right side. Couple of moves, lowers his shoulder, goes into the end zone, and just like that, Cyclones on the board for your Bojangles score of the game, 6-0. 8:16 to go here. Cyclones score on their opening drive, Tony.
Yep, went down just like we thought they would do. Put the foot on the gas and continue as we're waiting on the extra point from Smithville with Russell to snap, and the hold will be number 15, Luke Whaley. And the snap. Good snap, kick it down, kick it up, and it is good. So with 8:16 left to go here in the first quarter, your Cyclones are up 7-0. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Home loans, construction, auto, and personal loans, all available now at Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank in Elizabethton, Johnson City, and in Mountain City. Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank is your hometown independent community bank since 1937, also offering business checking, certificates, IRAs, and both mobile and online banking. Stop by the Elizabethton Federal office nearest you for more information. Apply for a mortgage online at elizfed.com. Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank, equal housing lender and member FDIC. Watson's Marine off Highway 11E Bluff City is where you'll find one of the area's best selections of fishing tackle and marine accessories, plus the latest Camus, Phoenix, and Vexus boat selections. Watson's Marine also has Mercury and Yamaha outboard engines. Owner Aaron Green and Sales and Tackle Shop Manager Rex Pendergrass invite you to stop in soon and look at all the latest models and merchandise. Watson's Marine, Highway 11E, 2 miles from Bristol Motor Speedway towards Johnson City. Simply Elegant Catering and Bakery, 528 Elk Avenue, downtown Elizabethton, is currently accommodating all your catering needs, including baked items by special order.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
The Eagle picks up the pooch kick, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21. And Stacy, as the rain appears to be coming down a little bit hard as we can see it in the lights.
Yep, got an update from Robbie Fritz. Boone's gone up. That good field goal kicker they got. They're up 3-0 over the Hampton Bulldogs. Got a couple of shout-outs here as Caleb Johnson has to go out. Looks like an equipment malfunction. Sending in Blevins will come in at number 32 at the left defensive end.
Trips to the right, running back Harris to the right side of quarterback Eli. Eli gives it, and he's going to hand it to Harris. Harris will try over the left side. He's going to be hit by Big Trent, and he's going up near the 23, and they're going to mark him right at the 24-yard line. They're going to say 25, so generous spot, a pickup of 4.
Yep. Grayson Hatfield and Trent Taylor come in there. He's a load, Tony.
Yes, he
There's
is.
a shutout here. Looks like David and Wally and Dean are sitting on the couch tonight. They want to do a shout-out to Pumpkin Man Burrow back there in Elizabethton. So, and I don't know what Rob Stout must be down at Bojangles eating chicken because we hadn't heard anything from him.
You will here just a minute. As the Eagles break the huddle, they're going to have a balanced formation with twins left and right. Harris lined up to the right side of Eli. Quarterback rolling to his right. He's rolling. He's going to throw it out. And errant throw. It throws at the speed of his intended receiver. Is going to bring a second down, and there's a flag on the play. Through on the far side, as we'll have to see what it's going to be. It's going to be intended or illegal receiver downfield.
I think one of the alignmen may have been downfield.
I think he had the tight end covered, maybe.
Yep, and Big Trenton Taylor coming in. We got Ronnie and Marlene Taylor listening to us tonight. Big Trenton's putting the pressure on him that time. No chance to complete that pass. Not only that, they're going to back him up here.
Now, they declined, so it's going to break up. Okay. 3rd down and 6 for the Eagles. A couple more shout-outs. We got Mike Barnett listening, who's not mowing. He's not even sitting on the front porch tonight. Keith Scholes is listening. Jerry and Barbara Rumley. Lamar Ryder is listening. As Eagles, now they've got twins left and right. It's going to be fake handoff. It's going to be RPO, and it's going to throw, and it's up in the air, and it's going to be picked off by Blake. Blake Stewart's got it. He's crossed 25 to 20.
He's going to take it to the house.
5 house call, Blake Stewart.
Yep. On the deflected pass, 28 yards by number 28. Goes in for the touchdown, and like that, your Bojangles score the game. Cyclones up 13-0.
There's the defensive score that Coach Whitten's been looking for the last several weeks.
Yep, it is, and it comes from a linebacker.
Senior linebacker
on a tip pass, and he caught that thing full speed, had a convoy going down to the end zone. So good job by Blake Stewart. Good job by the Cyclone offense and defense on both of their first series. And with 7:10 to go here in the first period, your Cyclones are up 13-0, awaiting the extra point.
With the Russell snap. Good snap down by Whaley. Whaley and Smithfield with the kick. It's up, and it's good. So with 7:10 left to go here in quarter number 1, Cyclones are up 14-0. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
For services beyond just shipping, there's so much more at the UPS Store, 106 Broad Street, including printing. No matter what your printing need might be, the UPS Store in Elizabethton provides printing for business cards, yard signs, decals, invitations, envelopes, promotional items, banners, and any other outdoor signage. For any printing need you have, see the UPS Store, 106 Broad Street, Elizabethton, locally owned and ready to serve you 7 days a week. The UPS Store also provides notary service. For the best carpets, hardwood floors, vinyl, ceramic tile, laminates, and waterproof flooring, see Winchester Quality Flooring, 110 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. Is a high pooch kick. It's going to hit, and it's going to bound, and it's going to be picked up by the Seymour receiver right at the 15-yard line. He's going to be slammed down short of the 20. And got a late flag comes in from... That judge just launched that one.
Let me tell you something. Nate Stevens came to that time and blew up the guy trying to block him, and then ended up making the tackle. So great job by Nate on the special teams.
It'll be dead ball, personal foul against the Cyclones. So it's going to be a 15-yarder against the Cyclones.
A lot of people ran out on the field. Congratulate Nate right there. That might have been part of it right there. So 15-yarder against the Cyclones. So the Eagles are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. 6:55 to go here in a 14-0 game. Cyclones scored on their first series on offense and their first series on defense.
As we got twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Harris to the right side of Funk. Funk gives it. He's going to hand it to Harris. Harris is going to try to go outside. And Nate Stevens says, "No, sir. You're not going anywhere, big man. You ain't going to run without him. I'm going to take your legs out." Good. He maintained outside pressure.
That guy's got 80 pounds on Nate Stevens, and Nate came in, wouldn't let him outside, took his legs out from under him. So that's 2 great plays in a row there by Nate Stevens. No gain at all. 2nd down and 10. Ball still on the 35-yard line.
This time, tailback flips over to the left side, and they're going to blitz. They're going to hand it to him, and no, quarterback's going to keep him. Nope. He's going to be sacked by Big Brad Cannon and also number 28, Blake Stewart.
Should have handed it off that time, Tony. Blake came in there, ran right by the back, but got the receiver and really laid him out. We'll give a shout out here to Tony Nave and Ricky Townsend, listening back in to Cyclone football tonight, along with Terry Kitchens up there in upstate South Carolina, along with Bobby Kitchens, listening back in Elizabeth tonight. Thank you all very much.
Yep, we got several others we'll get to here in a minute. It's 3rd down and 14 for the Eagles back at their own 30. Back to pass. Funk's looking. He's going to take it down. He's going to try to run. He tosses it over and almost threw another pick. And that time, good coverage by Dalton Mitchell. The safety come up.
Yeah, they're just putting all kinds of pressure on him. Got Mary Ellen Williams listening back there, Caleb's grandmother, and got Hermitage for listening back in Elizabethton. Hope she's doing well tonight. All our normal listeners that are there, hope they're nice and warm and listening to Cyclone football here on WBEJ Radio Sports.
Yep, we got Caleb in Lexington and Michaela in Hawaii listening to us. Jim and Ann Caldwell listening. So waiting on the punt from the Eagles. It's a high snap. It's over his head, and he's going to go back to get it, and he's going to fall on it. No, he don't. Touchdown, Cyclones. Luke Whaley, touchdown, Cyclones.
Good job by special teams on the Cyclones. So the punt goes over the punter's head. He's sort of chasing it, tries to pick it up. He gets a hand on it, but it goes in the end zone. It's picked up by Whaley, takes it in. It's not a safety. It's a touchdown.
Yep.
So the Cyclones have now scored on their first series offense, scored on defense, and now their special teams has. Bojangles scored the games 20-0, and we're still at 5:53 to go in the first period.
Yep, let's get a couple more quick shout-ins while we're waiting on the extra point. We got Misty Taylor listening to us, Richie and Vicky listening to us again, and Herbert and Shelley Stansberry from Winston-Salem is listening to us, waiting on the snaps. Good snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. So with 5:33 left to go here in quarter number 1, your new score, Cyclones are up 21-0. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Warm up before you go to the remaining football games with Johnny Red's Hot Chicken. It's an all-new item on the menu at Dino's downtown Elizabethton. Ask your waiter or waitress for more information on Johnny Red's Hot Chicken, but try it soon at Dino's, where you can also enjoy authentic hot Italian foods, including lasagna, spaghetti, and others. Numerous American favorites, too. On Fridays and Saturdays, Dino's also offers a 10-ounce prime rib dinner with salad inside. Dino's, downtown Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, open from 11 a.m. Depend on Valley Forge Wholesale Cherokee Drive behind Tractor Supply to be fully stocked with all the essential items, toys, and gifts you'll want this upcoming holiday season.
WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Seymour High School, where your score, Cyclones are up 21-0. Stacy, a couple more quick shout-outs. We got Jason Russell listening to us. We also got Jimmy Enzer, Marvin Dial listening to us as Mason Williams kicks the ball away. High spinning kick. It goes about 3 yards into the end zone for a touchback. Wow. So the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Also, Jared Ellis, Mike Fraley, Wayne Hodge listening to us. And, of course, Randy and Tammy and Alex and Casey, Brooke and Ethan listening to us. And
Brenda's there with Mike Fraley eating that ham and cheese sandwich.
That's exactly right.
Got a quick update here from Robbie Fritz. Connor Jones, 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point by the Bulldogs. They lead 7-0 with 3 minutes to go before halftime.
And the handoff's going to be to Harris. Harris will try over left side, and he's going to be hit by a host of Cyclones. And another late blocking as the tackle for the tight end just decleats number 18, Dalton Mitchell, but no flag. A pickup of, see, they mark it right at the 25-yard line, a gain of 5.
Yep, here's Robbie. Here's Rob Stout. I understand now he's been working late with David's brush services. They had to go to Bojangles after they tried to pick up that brush around Elizabeth in there.
Trips to the right. Back to pass is Funk. Funk's looking. He's going to be put under pressure. He's going to be sacked.
Yep.
Big Trenton.
Sonny, I tell you what, that quarterback's going to see Cyclones in his sleep tonight. I'm telling you what, they've been in his face all night. That's going to be a loss for the Eagles all the way back to about the 19-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Eagles. 4:37 to go here in the first period, with the Cyclones leading 21-0.
Kim Witten just sent a text. She's listening to us tonight, and also Jerry and Barbara Rumley. And the hardest working lady in Elizabethan custodial history, Miss Gloria, Mama's listening to us. Appreciate it. Back to pass is looking as Funky's going to throw across the middle, and it's going through the hands of the intended tight end who just flat dropped it.
Yep, through his hands and between his legs.
Yeah.
Straight down. So
he jumped when he didn't need to jump.
He jumped, and the ball went right between his legs after it went through his hands. So they're back to it for another punt on 4th down and 11 from their 19. So Cyclones should get good field position here out of this with 4:13 to go in the first quarter, rather. As I said, leading Bojangles score of the game. Cyclones 21, Seymour Eagles 0.
Let's see if Jake can get my house call right here. Another high snap. Punter gets it away, and it is shanked bad over. And it barely goes to the 33. Jake picks it up. He's across the 33, 25, 20, 10, 5. House down. Wow. Told you.
Yep. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Bad kick. Everybody gets away from it. Jake starts time, and you could tell what he was going to do. Bounces right into his hands. He takes off, runs by the entire Eagle punt team, and just like that, it's 27-0 Cyclones now. What a play by Jake. That's the kind of play that gets you chewed out if it doesn't work. But if it works, you get a pat on the back and say, "Good job, son."
Yep. Don't do it again.
Yeah.
As we're waiting on the extra point. Heads up play. Jake's just so football savvy. You know, a lot of kids got
good football knowledge.
Yep.
Good football knowledge.
Waiting on the snap. Good snap. Whaley kicks down. The kick is up. And it is good. So with 4 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, your new score, Cyclones are up 28-0. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Russ Swaney Real Estate is Elizabethton's oldest, most experienced real estate firm. Russ Swaney, David Collins, Deborah Sutherland, and Julia Adams combine their efforts to give their clients the utmost in experienced real estate service with a proven record of success. Whether listing your property to sell, searching for a new home, or needing the services of a professional auctioneer, Russ Swaney Real Estate offers their clients the utmost in service. If it's real estate, it's time to call Russ and his team. They get the job done. Northeast Community Credit Union is the place for loans. Northeast Community Credit Union, proud Cyclones supporter for nearly 70 years.
Better than ever, country. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Seymour High School, where your Cyclones are up by a score of 28-0. Stacy, if I told you we had one offensive possession was up 28 points, I think you'd take it in a heartbeat.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, they've got 2 scores off the punt team here.
Bryson's tired. He's getting cold over there. He's setting as Mason Williams with the approach and the kick, and it's going to be a high spinning kick. It's going to be fielded right about the 12. He's crossed 15 to 20. Waiting on his blockers, 25, and then Shankles comes in and puts his big paws on him, drags him backwards. He's going to be tackled, and here comes a late flag in, as they're going to say another 15-yard penalty against the Cyclones for, I guess, a tackle after the fact. I don't know.
Yep. Got to let up when the whistle blows. They don't do it, they're going to throw that flag right here. So it's going to be another personal foul against the Cyclones. So that's 30 yards on the last 2 kickoffs. So, don't want to get back into that. They look too good right now to have something dumb like that. So we can't have that. Update from Robbie Fritz here. Boone scores now. It scores 10-7. Boone over the Hampton Bulldogs with 3:03 to left in the first half.
And Science Hill's up on top of DB in the second quarter by a score of 14-0.
So Seymour Eagles are now going to have it 1st and 10 all the way on their own 41-yard line with 3:41 to go in the first quarter. Cyclones leading already 28-0.
Twins to the right, single receiver left. Low snap. He's going to hand it to Harris. Harris is going to try over the right side. He's going to be tackled, and he's going to fall forward to about 45 as T.J. Little's helmet comes off because he lost a lot of hair when he got it touched. He can't keep his helmet on. So.
Well, he came in there
and now we got a flag coming in late again.
Stuck his nose in there and made a good tackle that time.
The head referee still lost the flag. Maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was. Have to see what he's doing, but he lost the flag, and then the side judge come in and picked the flag up, so I don't know. Another couple of quick scores while we got a timeout.
Yeah, that was an inadvertent flag there. I think it was, yeah.
South Doyle is up on Gibbs by a score of 21-0 in the second quarter. Carter Fulton's up 17-0 in the second quarter.
Wow.
So it's going to bring up second down and 6 for the Eagles at their own 45-yard line. Back to pass. Nope, it's going to be handed off to Harris. Harris is going to try over the left side. He's going up across the middle. He's going to be tackled right about the 50-yard line. So we'll bring up third down and about 1 for the Eagles as we're right around 3 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter.
Ball's exactly on the 50-yard line. Bring up a third down and 1 yard to go. For the Eagles, 2:55 to go in the first half. Cyclones already leading 28-0. You got to think that Seymour wants to get a first down, keep the defense off the field.
We snap, hand off to Harris. Harris will be hit. No, wow. He spins out of the tackle. He lowers his shoulder. He runs over the Cyclone defender, Dalton Mitchell, and he rambles down inside Cyclone territory to the 40-yard line. Helmet come off, so he's going to come out. So that's a first down for the Eagles right at their own 40.
I'm at number 12. You got the roster over there?
Yeah, I don't have any size.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that kid's about 260 right there running that ball, 250, 260. We need to make sure the tackles or the defensive linemen or linebackers are making those tackles. We don't want our defensive backs having to tackle him.
No, twin strips to the right. New tailback, and it's going to be jet sweep to the left. He's going to try over, and he plants, and he's going to be tackled.
Sir. Is that Nate Stevens again?
Nope.
Or is that Jake?
No, that's Brad Cannon.
Brad Cannon comes out there. Wow. Gets him, slings him down. Good job. Shed 2 blockers to come out there. He was so far outside, I thought it was one of the corners is what I was thinking it was.
Yeah, he did a great job of stringing it out.
No gain whatsoever. It's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball's on the 41-yard line of the Cyclones.
Trips right, single receiver to the left. Empty backfield, back to pass is Funk. He's looking. He's still going back.
Coming through there.
He's back. He's rolling to his right. He throws it to nobody. As he was running for his life, as Trenton just parted the Red Sea and come through there like there was no...
Charging like a bull through there. So good job by Trenton that time. That's the combination of the defensive backs and the pressure on the quarterback. That's what the Cyclones really needed to work on about stopping some of those good passing teams we're going to see. It's not just the coverage of the defensive backs. It's those defensive linemen working to get through there to put some pressure on it.
Right. Yep. As break the huddle, third down and 10 with 1:28 left to go here in the first quarter. Back to pass. Funk, he's looking. He's rolling out to his right. He's still rolling. Trenton's got him. Trenton's making a beeline. Here comes Eli Williams. Makes pressure on. Hits him. And forces an errant pass as it's incomplete. As the quarterback takes a big hit. And it's going to bring up fourth down and 10 for the Eagles. Eagles right at the Cyclones' 40-yard line.
Trenton had him one way. Eli had another angle on him and just really hammered him. Right as he let the ball go, it wasn't near any kind of receiver. So it falls harmlessly away for an incompletion. 1:22 to go in the first period. Cyclones lead 28-0. Fourth down and 10. They're in Cyclone territory, so it looks like they're going for it, Tony.
Yeah, trips right, single receiver to the left. Back to pass is Funk. He's looking right. He's looking right. He's going to step up. He's going to throw. And good catch, and in and out of the hands. And Stacy, he just dropped it.
He caught it in between three people, took a big hit, but he took the hit after he'd caught it and dropped it. So he's still down. So with that injury, we're going to send it back to the station for a quick 30-second timeout as they check out the injured Eagle. Before we go, 1:17 to go in the first period. Cyclones up big, 28-0.
What began as a vision for a young nurse is now a heritage for over 4 generations at Ivy Hall. With a 5-star rating by Medicaid Medicare, residents at Ivy Hall receive the best physical, speech, and occupational therapy in the area. And now respiratory therapy services are offered on staff too, all in a new state-of-the-art facility. Physician and nursing services to aid the healing process are also provided. All insurance is accepted at Ivy Hall, 301 South Watauga Avenue, Elizabethton, and online at ivyhallnursinghome.com.
Visit the Coffee Company in downtown Elizabethton for handcrafted coffee drinks, sandwiches, and salads. Go Cyclones!
Better than ever country. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As they're still attending to the injured Eagle, and while they do, Stacy, let's hit us a couple of local scores of interest. As Mr. Wes Holscall pulled them up for us.
Got West Green trailing Chucky Doak 14-6 in the first quarter.
Daniel Boone, as Stacy said, is up on Hampton 10-7 in the second quarter.
David Crockett's leading Richlands, Virginia 7-0 in the second quarter.
Science Hill 14-0 DB over the second quarter.
Unicoi County's up 14-0 over Johnson County.
Cloudland's up 8-0 in the second quarter over North Green.
Volunteers over Sullivan East 13-0 in the second quarter.
And Wes, let's scroll down and see Fulton is up on top of Carter by score 17-0.
Where's your other one out there, Tony?
Gibson, South Dole. South Dole's up 21-0 second quarter as Cyclones offense comes in, and it's going to be handed to Russell, and Russell's still driving and still ain't threw a flag, blew a whistle, but they sure threw a flag. So it's going to be a personal foul face mask against the Seymour Eagles. So let's tack on 15 yards to that. So it's going to be, result of that play will be another select 7 first down for the Cyclones. Down across the 45, down near the 43, so it's going to be first and 10 Cyclones from the Eagles 43s. We got 106 left to go here in the first quarter. Cyclones are up 28-0. Cyclones looking over, getting the play. You got Trips left, single receiver to right, Russell to the left side of Rollins. Rollins is going to play fake. He's going to throw it out here to Nate. Nate gets it. Nate's waiting on the block. He don't get a block from Teddy. Teddy makes a block. He might score, but still picks up 2 yards on that play.
Yep. Brings up the second down and 8 as the clock is fastly approaching the end of the first quarter here. The Cyclones will have time to get one more play off before the first quarter ends, already leading 28-0. Cyclones kind of substituting some in here now. See Cam Baker, number 4, and 18 Dalton Mitchell in at receivers.
It's going to be a handoff delay to Cade. Cade's hitting the backfield. He's still driving. He's going to get it, and they're still not. Are they going to say it's down?
Yeah, he said it's down. Yep, mark him down there, and as he did, the ball came out after that. They're going to mark him down, but Cyclones are going to have a big old loss on that. Let's see where they take it.
They're going to mark it back at the 44-yard line, so loss of about 4.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Thank you. I don't know. I guess they stopped forward momentum maybe.
I guess.
Probably a quick whistle there that we didn't hear. And that's the buzzer for the end of the first period. And 1-1 for the Cyclones. Offense, defense, and special teams. With that, the Bojangles score the game's 28-0. We'll send it back for this 60-second timeout. When we come back, we'll have your second period here from Seymour as your Cyclones lead big.
FM 107.9, AM 1240, WBEJ, Elizabethton, Tennessee. Finance your next automobile with a loan rate as low as 1.79% APR at the Happy Valley Credit Union, Elizabethton, where this offer is extended into November. Come in and ask any Happy Valley Credit Union loan officer for full details, as loan restrictions do apply. You could be driving a new or used car with a loan payment based on a very low 1.79% APR, but although the offer is extended, the loan rate is still good only for a limited time at Happy Valley Credit Union, Lynn Avenue at C Street, Elizabethton. Come see the all-new 401 Hatcher Lane showroom location of your Amar automatic garage door opening system dealer in Elizabethton, Rocky Top Garage Doors. Mitch Parlier, owner of Rocky Top Garage Door Service, has provided sales, service, and installation of garage doors for over 30 years and is Elizabethton's Amar door and linear and liftmaster door opener dealer. Tell them what to do if their garage door breaks, Lexi.
Call my papa at Rocky Top Garage Door, 518-1516.
Learn more about Rocky Top Garage Doors online at rockytopgaragedoor.com. Depend on Valley Forge Wholesale Cherokee Drive behind Tractor Supply to be fully stocked with all the essential items, toys, and gifts you'll want this upcoming holiday season.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as Rollins rolled to his right, had a big pickup block by number 5, Cade Russell, and he was in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 4, Cam Baker. Brings up a fourth down and 11 for the Cyclones at the Eagles' 44-yard line. Back to pass is Rollins. He steps up. He's going to throw it long for Jake and threw it for nobody.
Yep. Jake stopped. He threw it long. Jake stopped short. So luckily it wasn't intercepted. Wouldn't have mattered on that. But
I would rather for it to be.
I would have too. I was kind of hoping he'd reach out there and grab it. He was smart to let it go because the Eagles are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line with 11:48 to go here before halftime.
The Eagles are looking over to the sideline as they're getting the play in. Stacy looking at the Cyclone defense. You got number 47 Shankles in for number 28 Blake. Trips to the left. Back to pass is Funk. No, he's going to hand it to the speed back, and he's going to try over to the right side, and he's going to fall forward up near the 45-yard line for a pickup of maybe 1 yard. Stacy, they're trying to get outside, and that's not working.
It's not working because number 44, Caleb Johnson over there, and let me tell you something, he's 74. I think Trenton's realizing, hey, this is my senior year. I want to turn it on because he is absolutely wearing the man over him out.
Yes,
he's been in the backfield. He's been sideline to sideline. Really good to see, but he's playing like a man possessed right now.
Yep, as we got tight bunch formation with twins both left and right. Back to passes. Funk's looking to the left. He's going to throw, and it's going to be intended to the big tight end who drops it. Yep. Jake hit him from behind just to make sure that he did drop it, but he dropped it a little bit before contact was made.
We'll bring up 3rd down for the Eagles, 3rd down and 8 from the Cyclone, from their own 46 rather. 11:08 to go as the clock stops. Quick update here at halftime. Hampton's trailing Daniel Boone 17-7.
Hampton's already locked up the number 2, so they will be hosting at least one playoff game next week. Seymour breaks the huddle. Going to have twins left, single receiver to the right, full house backfield, back to pass. It's Funk. He's looking. He's going to throw it out to the intended receiver, and it's going to be dropped and incomplete. So a little bit too hot for the proximity of the running back.
Well, you got 55 Drew Turner, defensive tackle, out here covering on that back too. So just an excellent job by this Cyclone defense tonight, Tony. They really haven't missed a beat.
Now going back to setting up the punt is Seymour. They've already had two bad snaps. One went over the head, and the other one, the punter made an athletic move and stopped the ball, stopped it, and got it off and back deep as Jake standing about his own 25.
Already has one touchdown return in this game on probably the play of the year so far.
Another low snap, and it's going to be got away, and they're going to throw a flag. Is that going to be roughing? Jake fields it on the hop. He's across the 20. He's looking to outrun. He's going to go outside the 20. He's going to be pushed out of bounds right about the 22-yard line, but there's a flag on the play.
I think they roughed the kicker on that one.
I don't know if it's roughing or if it's running into.
And Jake that time was trying to get away from it. The ball bounced up right in his arms, and he didn't have any choice but to run. So as of right now, the Cyclones have the ball at the 25-yard line, at their own 25, as we await to see what the penalty is.
Yep, we're waiting on the, I think it's more of a 5-yard personal foul, or 5-yard running into. We're waiting on, because the ball is rolling. Nope, they're calling a personal foul. Roughing the kicker, wow.
This will be enough for a first down for the Eagles, so defense goes off, or offense goes off, defense comes back on for the Cyclones. The Eagles will have it 1st and 10. Let's see where the penalty is.
It's going to put it down inside Cyclone territory, down about the 39-yard line, where the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 39. As we got Miss Coach Whitten texting us wanting to know about why we don't have a digital down marker.
I know it. I'm with her on that one.
It's going to be a quick pass out to the intended receiver. He's going to be tackled by Jake immediately for maybe a 1-yard gain.
Sure would help these old eyes if we had that, Tony.
Well, amen.
We have to talk to them at the athletic department. Let's invest in one of those. 10:33 to go here in the first period, or first half rather. Cyclones up big, 28-0. Been a little while since we scored, Tony. It's time to score again.
Yep, as Seymour's got it 2nd down and 9 from the Cyclones' 38-yard line, as we're at 10:20 left to go here until halftime. Cyclone, for the Eagles, break the huddle with twins right, twins left. Jet motion from left to right, and they're going to hand it to the big tailback, Harris. Harris over his shoulder, and he falls forward as he made contact with T.J. Little. And I'll tell you one thing about T.J. He may not be the smallest dog in the fight, but he's going to give you everything he's got.
Tell you one thing, he may be the smallest dog in that fight, and he took that guy head on. Slowed him down enough to where his Cyclone teammates come in and finish him off.
Pick up 1 yard.
This guy's like a big bowling ball. I swear he is. That number 12.
Yeah.
3rd down and 7 now for the Eagles. 9:40 to go here in the first half. Cyclones lead 28-0.
Same formation, back to pass is Eli Funk. He's going to get pressure. He throws it up. And great ball hawk presence by number 18, Dalton Mitchell. Broke on the ball, made a great play with his offhand.
Yep, great timing by him. It would have been a complete pass, more than enough for a first down. But instead, because of the play of Mitchell, brings up 4th down and 7. Again, they're in Cyclone territory about the 36-yard line. So they're going to leave the offense on. Great job that time by Dalton Mitchell.
Yeah, the good thing about it is that backhand never made contact.
He didn't come over the back. He came in.
Yep, trips left, single receiver to the right. Tailback, back to pass is Funk. He's looking. He's got pressure. He'll throw it up to Jake, and Jake knocks it down and almost knocks it into the path of the receiver.
Yep, almost a tip drill there the other way. So, good job by the Cyclone defense. And I'll tell you what, that quarterback is getting hounded every single time, either by a blitz from Coach Campbell or that big defensive line. So Cyclones are going to take over on downs. 9:24 to go before halftime. Cyclones lead 28-0. Come on for our 3rd offensive series, right?
Yes. Yep. As we're going to break the huddle, they're going to have twins to the left. We'll have tight end to the right, single receiver to the right, and Russ will be the left side of Rollins. Rollins play fake. He's going to throw it up here to Dalton. Dalton fights it and drops it.
Yep. Little high, but certainly
still catchable.
Yep, still catchable. Stops the clock at 9:19 to go in the first half. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 for the Cyclones. Cyclones got got Jeriah Griffin in over here. Got Jake in, got Dalton Mitchell in, got Woodby in at tight end, so getting some fresh faces in here.
The Cyclones looking over getting a play from Coach Whitten as we're at 9:19 left to go here until halftime. So we're going to have twins left, H-back left, single receiver. It's going to be handed off to Russell. Russell trying over the left side, patiently waiting, lowers his shoulder, goes across the 40 up near the 42-yard line. And Stacy, just watching Cade run the ball, he's just so patient.
Yep, before when he'd get the ball, it was just head down, run, until somebody tackles you.
He's becoming a runner.
Well, he's learning. He's learning to play the position. He's learning to give him just another second for the blockers to engage, and it's really helping him. And you can tell in his yardage totals.
Yep, trying to draw him offside as the Cyclones are going to have single receiver both left and right with double tight. Bryson's going to call his own number following the block of Cade Russell. He gets across the 45-50, runs out of bounds. See where they mark him in Eagle territory by about the 47-yard line and 46-yard line, and that is enough for a select 7 first down. Right? Oh, so back at 50 now.
Yep. Just glides, Tony. He glides when he gets around to the side there. Not particularly fast, it's just smooth.
Yep.
And he does another excellent job of letting those blockers engage, and he goes off of which way they block. That's the classic zone block. He's a perfect quarterback for a zone blocking offense. 8:34 to go here in the first half. Cyclones have it first and 10 from the 49-yard line of the
Rollins rolling out. He's going to throw it down here to Jeri. Jeri gets it, makes a move across 45-40. He's going to be shoved out of bounds, but not before he gets another select 7 first down for the Cyclones. Nice move by the freshman.
Some kids you can see they've got talent different than another kid, and I think Jeri Griffith has it. He's another freshman. He's got it. He's got some football sense about him, but he's got that little it thing. Reminds me a whole lot of Bryson Rollins when he was a freshman.
Yep.
Maybe more athletic.
Trips left, and this time they're going to throw a bubble screen out here to Dalton. Dalton gets it. He's across the 45. Take it outside, young man. Down inside the 35. He takes it outside, Stacy. He might make a house call. Instead, he's tackled at the 31-yard line.
Oh, he's been playing safety enough. He wants to go in there where the big boys are. So, good gain, though. So he's going to bring up a second down. How much did they give him? About
we're going to say about 6.
Yep.
So if it's a gain of 6, will bring up second down in about 4. Cyclones are going to have H-back with twins right, single receiver left. Russell's going to get it, patiently waiting. He's dancing outside.
Move.
Good jump cut outside the 25 to 20. 15 still going down inside the 20. Pushed out of bounds. What are they going to say? He pushed him out, Stacy. From our vantage point, they're going to say it's a 21-yard line.
Yeah, I thought he got farther than that.
Too.
Classic example of what we just talked about right there. If he just bowls ahead that time, he gets about a 2-yard gain. He lets the blocker come in front of him, take the guy out. He makes one cut, and then a little zip cut out there on the outside to bring up another select 7 first down for the Cyclones.
Trips right. Rollins going to play fake. He's looking. He's got all kinds of time.
Right there he is.
He gets wide open. He's going to be thrown up to Jake. Touchdown. Give him 6.
Yep. He had two options that time. Cade Russell would come out just in the flat over there a little bit, but Jake, as he does, he gets the defensive back all turned around along the back of the end zone as he runs. Excellent protection for Bryson Rollins by that Cyclone line. That amount of time and Jake's ability to get open results in a touchdown for the Cyclones. So it's now 34-0 your Bojangles score. The game as Smithfield comes on at 7:31 to go in the second quarter.
For the important extra point, we're waiting on the snap from Russell and the hold from Whaley. And it's a good snap. Whaley's got it down. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:31 left to go here until halftime, your new score, Cyclones are up 35-0. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
To phone in your next order to the Ridgewood, be sure you dial 538-7543. 538-7543 is the correct phone number to enable you to order the best barbecue in the Tri-Cities. Try the Ridgewood's barbecue platter featuring Ridgewood's exclusive barbecue sauce with fries, coleslaw, and rolls. It's enough to feed 2 people for one low price. The Ridgewood is open every day except Sundays and major holidays on Old Highway 980 at Bluff City. The Ridgewood barbecue, still worth bypassing all the others for. The drive-through window is open for your convenience at Reed Pharmacy, West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, across from the high school with quality prescriptions for people and pets.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Seymour High School, where the Cyclones are up by a score of 35-0 with 7:31 left to go here in the first half. Kicking off is Sean Smithfield kicking it off back deep for the Eagles. He got number 13 standing about his own 10, and also number 7 standing about his own 10. As the referee had to come in and push
Everybody on one side.
Which is a foul now, as it's a high pooch kick that's going to be fielded for by the 22 up near the 30-yard line, and he's tackled by
Jeriah Griffith was going to, but Harrison Barnes went by.
Yeah, and we got another flag.
Oh, come on.
2 more flags coming in. One come in from the island, the other come in from Knoxville.
Yep. They get this. It's going to be 45 yards and penalties on the Cyclones tonight on kickoff. Make the tackle, get up, and go back.
I never seen what they done. Waiting on the referee dead ball, personal foul against Seymour.
Oh.
Dead ball, so it's going to be offsetting.
Okay.
So it's going to be offsetting. So they offset. So the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
$7:19 to go before halftime. Bojangles score of the game is now 35-0. Bojangles, where you can get those 2 pork chop biscuits.
$5.
$5.
Good deal. Yep. Twins left, twins right. This time they're going to hand off to the scat back number 22. He's going over the right side. He's going to be upended right about the 35, 36-yard line. Pickup of about 3. They're going to say 4. The Eagles bring up 2nd down and 6.
67, Grayson Hatfield's in on the tackle that time. Can't say enough about the defensive line, Tony. They're just playing really, really strong tonight.
Yep, because we got Harrison Lane, number 40, is now playing your Mike linebacker, and Blake's back in, playing your Will. So we'll have trips right.
Mason Ball on the other side.
Yep, trips right in this ground. They're going to try to run to the weak side, and he's going to be tackled across the 40 up near the 42. So it's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 1 for the Eagles.
3rd down and 1 for the Eagles. 6:22 to go here in the first half.
As they hurry to the line with trips to the right, single receiver left, hand off to the tailback, and tailback lowers his shoulder, goes across the 45, and he's going to have enough for an Eagle 1st down right at the 46-yard line.
He was just diving that time to make sure he could get there. Cyclones continuing to run people in and out. Got 52, J.C. Andes in, the sophomore at one of the tackles now.
Back to pass is Funk. He's looking left. He's looking. He's going to throw and turn around, Nate. Oh! Turn around, Nate. You might have a play on the ball as it was wide left.
Yep.
But he had good coverage.
He did.
He played man.
He was right there. Just neither he nor the receiver knew where the ball was. So ball's incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Ball's at the scoreboard says 49. It's not. It's the 46 of the Eagles.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Harris is your tailback, and here comes Blake. Blake will be whistled. No.
Just a hair.
Half a second.
Just a hair.
Yep.
He's got, we got to see it a little bit there on that interception. He's got some speed, Tony, even with the injuries he's had and so forth. He really got some speed, especially coming off the edge there.
Yep. Timed it up a little bit better. It would have been a different response, but it was all sides against the Cyclones, so it's going to be now it's going to be at Cyclones 49, so it's 2nd down and 5. Balance formation, twins both left and right. This time Harris is to the right side of Funk, the quarterback. Back to pass. He's looking. He's going to throw a little hot route, and the right receiver catches it. And he's still battling for the ball. He's across the 40 down near the 43-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Seymour Eagle 1st down.
The linebacker covering right there. The linebacker's just a little quicker right there, Tony. He may have had a pick, but big 82 Mason Ball. But the result of that is a 1st down for the Eagles. That's one of the few passes that they completed tonight, Tony.
Yes, it is.
Second one, Big West here is always right on the ball. It's only the 2nd pass they've completed. It's good for a 1st down to the Cyclone 37.
Trips to the right, back to pass. We're going to throw a little tunnel screen out. And Cade Russell comes. Oh, yeah, that was Cade.
Yep.
Cade come up, and luckily the intended receiver sidestepped her. He would have been lit up.
Yep, a little fast on the ooh-ooh there. He turned sideways just in time to keep Cade from demolishing him. But it is a tackle for a loss. It's going to bring up the 2nd down and 12 for the Eagles. Ball is at the 39-yard line of the Cyclones.
Twins right, twins left. Single back to the left side of the quarterback. Funk's going to get it. He's hand off to Harris. Harris trying over the left side, and he's going to still drive his feet, and he's going to fall forward down inside the 35, down to about the 33 32, they'll go marking at the 33-yard line, so a pickup of about 4, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles as we're right at 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here until halftime.
They hold him here, Tony. You watch Coach Whitten, they call a timeout to make sure he's got some time here, like to score before halftime.
Yep, double dip. Try to score at the end of the half. Is back to pass. Nope's going to hand off to the tailback. This time he's still fighting. He's still driving. He's going to be tackled by the shoestrings. So he's going to fall forward to the 31, a pickup of 2. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4 for the Eagles from the Cyclones' 31-yard line.
74 Trent Taylor that time gets a hold of the...
Yeah, looks like he's going to do an alligator.
It's like he's roping a calf there. Calf roping contest. He got him by the feet and wouldn't let go. Going to leave them about 4 yards short for a 1st down here. Probably look for number 12 here again as they don't want to turn the ball over to the Cyclones again before half.
Yep, trips left. And indeed, Stacy called it, and he's going to get it. He ain't going nowhere.
No, sir.
No, sir. Take it back. Cyclones stop him on 4th down for a no gain, and they take over 1st and 10 at our own 31-yard line with 3:06 left to go here until halftime.
Big Brad Cannon comes down. Eli Williams comes in. Andrew Turner there, all to stop him. They're going to say he gained a yard, maybe half a yard.
Maybe.
Bottom line is it turns over to the Cyclones on down. So Cyclones lead 35-0. There's 3:06 to go before halftime. Cyclones now have it 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. The Eagles received the kickoff in the second half, so you're certain he wants to try to go ahead and get this one in here.
Yep, balance formation, play fake. Going to throw it to Jake. Jake gets it and fights it. Oh, he was on him. I believe, Stacy, he might have had his concentration.
He saw that gap between the field and nobody there.
It was touched, I believe, before it got there. So, yep. Anyway, it's an incomplete pass when we got 2nd down and 10. At 3:02 left to go here until halftime. Your Cyclones are up 35-0.
Been a while since we've seen Jake run a slant like that. Wide open. They'll come back to that at some point before this season's over.
File that one away.
Yep. 2nd down and 10, though, for the Cyclones on the incomplete pass. 3:02 to go before halftime.
Balance formation, twins left and right. It's going to be speed option. Rollins keeps it. Fake, and he's going to dive across the 35 up near the 36. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Cyclones from their own 36-yard line as we're 2:48 left to go here in the first half. Whitten calling the play in. You're going to have single receiver to the left, tight end or H-back left, twins right, Russell to the left side of Rollins. Play clock down to 15. Going to hand it to Russell. Russell trying to go to the right side. He's going to try to cut it back in, and he's going to be stopped.
Flag launch from over on the other side. Maybe it's going to be against the Cyclones. They may decline this time.
I believe it's going to be a false start. Or did they take a timeout before the play was run?
No, they didn't.
I believe it did. Well, we'll see, because you got the one referee signaling that they called a timeout. So while we got a minute, Stacy, any more updates from Rob?
Nope, don't have anything else. Last we heard 17-7. They should be out of halftime now over at Daniel Boone High School.
We got a false start against the Cyclones as the referee launched it and it landed right at Coach Whitten's feet, who's about 8 yards away. So Cyclones appear to be going for it for 4th down and 5.
Ball's on their own 36-yard line.
Yep.
Let's make sure Coach Whitten knows this is 4th down now.
Oh, you know Ryan's saying go for it. Don't punt. Yep. We don't punt. As it's going to be an option pitch out to Kay. Kay gets it, and he's going to be strung out, and they're going to turn the ball over, and Seymour will take over 1st and 10 from their own, from the Cyclones' 36 or 37-yard line. I'm sorry, they're going to put it at the 34.
Kind of like seeing a pass right there, Tony, I think, with 4th down and 6 to go. But It does take some time off the clock, though, with the switch of downs here. Going to wind it. Should have already. 2:04 to go before halftime. Eagles have it. Great field position. First and 10 from the Cyclone 34.
Twins left and right. This time the handoff scat back over the left side, and he's going to try over the left. He's going to fall forward for about a 1-yard gain down to the 33-yard lines, bring up second down and 8 as we got a timeout. Cyclones. Timeout Cyclones. So with timeout on the field, we'll take it here. We'll let you know with 1:52 left to go in the halftime, Cyclones are up 35-0. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Carter Finance proudly supports the Elizabethton Cyclones. Come see the friendly people at Carter Finance for a cash loan. You can get a personal and confidential loan as small as $100, or if you need more for bill consolidation or home improvement, Carter Finance makes both home and land loans too. Carter Finance will also pay off your high-cost title loan or check advance. Call 542-2177 or come by Carter Finance at 412 Railroad Street, Elizabethton, and go Cyclones! Simply Elegant Catering and Bakery, 528 Elk Avenue, downtown Elizabethton, is currently accommodating all your catering needs, including baked items by special order.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Seymour High School, where your Cyclones are up 35-0 with 1:52 left to go here until halftime. Quick shout out again to Mama listening to us. She just got off of work, so appreciate all she does for all the Elizabethton City school systems. So we got Twins, trips left, single receiver to the right, tailback to the right side, quarterback front back to pass. He's looking right. He's looking. He's going to throw it up. Jake's got one-on-one coverage, and it's going to be picked off by Jake.
Good job.
And they're going to say, did it go back into the end zone? No, they're going to say at the 1-yard lines. So the Cyclones will have it 1st and 10 at our own 1-yard line. You would have thought his momentum, Stacy, would have took him into the end zone for a touchback.
I think he just about had to, but they're going to mark him down at the 1. Good play by Roberts. He had him completely covered. Turns around and does exactly what you're supposed to do. Looks for the ball after you've ensured that you've got the position on the receiver. So the Cyclones avert getting scored on there before halftime. They still have that 35-0 lead. 1:42 to go before halftime.
2 timeouts.
I don't expect Coach Whitten to take any knees right here.
No, I don't look for it.
99 yards to go, 1:42 to go, and as Tony said, 2 timeouts.
Yep. I think you're going to see max protection. You're going to have single receiver both left and right, with Russell lined up to the left side of Rollins. Low snap, Rollins gets it. No, it's Nate. Nate's across the 20 or the 10. And he's still battling across the 15, and that is going to be enough for a select 7 first down. Nate Stevens is your tailback.
Yep. Nice run there. Picks up about an 18-yard gain for the Cyclones. Gets them out some breathing room. About a 13-yard gain out to the 14.
And it's Nate. Nate jumps and cuts, still on his feet. He's across the 20, up near the 22-yard line. A pickup of about 7, maybe 8 yards as still got 1:15 as Cyclones are in full hurry-up mode. They're looking over. They're going to have Twins left, tight end to the right. Stevens will be to the right side of Rollins. Rollins low snap, back to pass. He's looking. He's got Jake on the slant. Jake goes up, good play by the secondary defender.
Almost on his hip there a little bit.
Yep.
Jumped a little bit, maybe didn't have to. Stops the clock, though, with the third down and 2. The ball is on the 21-yard line of the Cyclones. 56 seconds to go until halftime. Good protection that time for Rollins by that big offensive line.
Yep. McDuffie's still in there for center for Sam. Sam's getting better, so he should be back. He's got Twins left. Rollins calls his own number, follows Stevens' block, and he's going to go across the 25. And indeed, that is enough for a select 7 first down as the clock's still running. Clock finally stops, runs about 2.5 seconds off. Now they wind it again. Now they wind it. Twins left, and Rollins hot snap back as he gets it, and they're going to throw a flag, and that's going to be a hold against Cyclones as Jake makes the catch. And it don't matter. The umpire threw it, so it's probably coming back. He's going to be hands to the face or a hold.
The snap was too hard, or he wasn't expecting it, but it
or both
got in his chest pretty quick there.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold against the Cyclones. And they're going to say it's a spot foul. And if that's a spot foul, Stacy, that's a huge penalty. That's about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to result in 14 yards of a lost play. And that indeed they are, so they're going to mark it back to the 11-yard line. So the Cyclones are going to have it first down and about
24.
Yeah, pretty close. A long way.
Clock's ticking now down to 25 seconds to go before halftime.
Snap back to pass, going to throw it, and low pass. As they set the house that time, Stacy, and put some pressures. It was looking like they were going to try to get down here to number 9, Jariah, so incomplete pass. We'll stop the clock with 22.6 seconds left to go here until halftime.
Second down, yardage is 25. Is that what we decided on?
Yeah, that's what we'll go with. As Stevens is going to get it, he's going to bounce across the 15, and the Cyclones are going to call another timeout. That'll be their third and final timeout with 14 and a half seconds left to go. We'll go ahead and go back to station for this quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back after these words.
We all love Carter County for many reasons. It's the breathtaking views from Roan Mountain, the historical spirit of downtown Elizabethton, the summer playground of Watauga Lake, and everything in between. Carter County Bank is proud to call this our home. It's our pride and joy, and we know it's yours too. We would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for your business and support. Since 1939, it's been our mission to put customers first and offer services that help make your life easier. We are Carter County's bank, and this is home. Carter County Bank, a division of Bank of Tennessee, member FDIC.
Simply Elegant Catering and Bakery, 528 Elk Avenue, downtown Elizabethton, is currently accommodating all your catering needs, including baked items by special order.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Seymour High School. Well, we've got 14 and a half seconds left to go here until halftime. Your Cyclones are up 35-0. Stacy, it's third down, and they're saying 21, and that's what we'll go with. Cyclones are out of timeout, so barring any stoppage of play, this may be the final play of the first half. Cyclones break the huddle. You're going to have Twins left, and single receiver to the right, and Stevens is your tailback to the right side of Rollins. Rollins waiting on the snap. He gets it. Rollins is rolling to his left. He's still rolling. He's rolling. He's going to set up, and he's going to throw it to Jake Short. Jake gets it, and Jake is going to go inbounds. They say he didn't get out of bounds, and that's probably going to do it.
So to say they had to do that, I heard a whistle, so it should stop.
So that's it. That's at the end of halftime, the end of second. Your Cyclones are up by a score of 35-0. The score sponsored by Bojangles, where you can go by and get the Bo Chicken Sandwich for only $3.99, or go early in the morning or anytime and get you 2 pork chops for only $5. We'll go back to the station as we got an abbreviated timeout of only 15-minute halftime. We'll go back to the station for this 2-minute timeout. When we come back, as always, we'll have Mr. West, the twang banger, with his first half recap. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
Shop the Jeweler's Bench now for the 2020 Pandora Cyclone State Championship charm, sold exclusively at Jeweler's Bench. Also now featuring a new selection of diamond engagement rings, tennis bracelets, rings, and much more. Jeweler's Bench has silver jewelry lines including Anna Hay, Southern Gate, and Sterling Reputation. And see John for custom jewelry you might want, plus jewelry repair. The Jeweler's Bench, across from Hardee's, Broad Street, Elizabethton.
Hermitage Health Center is a 70-bed nursing and rehabilitation 5-star facility in Elizabethton with a reputable therapy team offering physical, occupational, and speech services 7 days a week. Their Rehab to Home program focuses on the goal of returning residents home, re-energized and with more mobility. Schedule your tour today at Hermitage Health Center, 1633 Hillview Drive, Elizabethton, 543-2571.
Get 2 meat and potato burritos for just $6 at Taco John's. Get your choice of bacon or sausage meat in your meat and potato burrito at Taco John's and get 2 of them for just $6 for a limited time. Drive through at Taco John's for breakfast to enjoy a potato ole scrambler in a large bowl, also with choice of meat combined with eggs, green peppers, onions, tomatoes, and potato oles. It's the potato ole scrambler for breakfast Monday through Friday, 7 to 10:30 a.m. and on Saturday mornings, 8 to 11. Drive through Taco John's, Broad Street at Sycamore, Elizabethton, as late as 10 o'clock any night. With the pandemic continuing in place, don't panic. See Tom and Jerry at Clayton Homes of Elizabethton for all your home needs, where you always get 100% satisfaction for both product and service. Clayton Homes of Elizabethton is your low price leader for manufactured homes. You'll get the lowest home prices always at Clayton Homes of Elizabethton. So shop us first or shop us last for the guaranteed lowest home prices in the area. From Tom and Jerry at Clayton Homes of Elizabethton, 90D Bypass, open Monday through Saturday.
Cold weather is just around the corner, so get the professionals from Advanced Heat Pump System to maintain your system. Advanced Heat Pump Systems installs and repairs all brands and types of home heating equipment, and that includes oil furnaces. Over 40 years experience, and they'll do the job right the first time. Call. You'll get a live person on the phone. 926-2665. Help keep your home comfortable.
Depend on Valley Forge Wholesale Cherokee Drive behind Tractor Supply to be fully stocked with all the essential items, toys, and gifts you'll want this upcoming holiday season.
WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to halftime at Seymour High School, where your Cyclones are up 35-0. And Wes, I know you got a long recap, so go ahead and start it off, buddy.
Yeah, Cyclones came out and connected quick with a first down pass from Bryson Ross and Jake Roberts. Cade Russell had a 30-yard run. There was a penalty and a fumble snap, sent the Cyclones backward, but Russell split it for a 12-yard score with 8:16 on the clock in the first quarter against the Cyclones a quick lead. From that point forward, the Cyclones didn't see the ball again offensively until the end of the quarter, but they scored 3 more times. On the Seymour's first possession, third down tips pass into the hands of Blake Stewart, who took off 28 yards for the pick six. The very next drive, Brad Cannon and Blake Stewart had a big sack. It led to a punt. The snap flew over the punter's head, and sophomore Luke Whaley picked it up from the 3 and rolled into the end zone. 5:33 on the clock. Seymour got the ball again. Trenton Taylor with a big sack, and then there was an incomplete pass that forced the punt. The punt was shanked. It bounced off the turf and he down into the hands of Jake Roberts, who took off 29 yards, untouched to pay dirt to make it 28-0 Cyclones. Cyclones finally got the ball back, but they were stopped on 4 downs early in the second quarter. On the second possession of the second quarter, Rollins had a first down on the ground. Jariah Griffin with the first down grab. Russell with the first down on the ground. And then Rollins was patient in the pocket, found an open Jake Roberts in the end zone with a 21-yard scoring strike with 7:31 to go in the half. And that was the final score of the half, and it's 35-0 Cyclones. Statistically for the Cyclones, 181 yards of total offense, 108 yards rushing, 73 yards passing, 7 first downs, 7 penalties for 70 yards for the Cyclones. Bryson Rollins, 7 of 13, 73 yards and a touchdown, 5 of 20 on the ground. Cade Russell, 9 carries, 63 yards and a touchdown. Jake Roberts, 4 catches, 53 yards and a touchdown, plus a 29-yard punt return touchdown and an interception there late in the second half, or the second quarter. Blake Stewart with a 28-yard interception return and a half sack defensively. Of course, Luke Whaley there with a 3-yard fumble recovery, a touchdown. Trenton Taylor and Brad Cannon also with sacks for the Cyclones. Offensively, Seymour only 53 total yards, 42 on the ground, 11 yards passing. All that was late in the second quarter. 4 first downs, 2 of which came on penalties. And they only had 1 penalty for 15 yards. Eli Funk, their quarterback, he was 0 for 13 starting out there. Ended up 3-16, 2 interceptions, 11 yards there. And Brendan Harris, 36 yards on 10 carries rushing to lead Seymour there in the first half. But just can't say enough about Cyclone special teams and defense there in the first half.
No, I told Stacy I looked for Coach Witt and the Cyclone team to come out with full guns blazing, foot on the gas, stomp on and go, and buddy, they did. You could just see the up-tempo. It just seems like to me, from just watching it up here, and maybe you can allude to it also, when we get into that up-tempo, that quicker style, it seems like our offense is more crisp. It seems like it's keeping the kids more involved. It just seems a totally different type of football team when we're all running the fast up-tempo.
Yeah, when you come out quick and the up-tempo, one, you get the quick score, you get the quick score strike, so then Seymour's want to try to, come back and answer and go to the passing game. The passing game was not successful. Then you get the the big pick six, and then you get the fumble over the head, and then Seymour staring down 28-0, and that just plays into the Cyclones' favor because they can keep the up tempo going, and then Seymour has to kind of rely on the pass game and get away from the run, and I'll tell you what, that up tempo And between that and the defense, you couldn't write a better script for the Cyclones there in the first half.
Well, Wes, as always, we do appreciate everything that you do, and we appreciate you taking time and sharing these stats with us. And as always, you got a spot here between us, and we got at least 5 more weeks with you sitting right here.
Yes, sir, man.
Okay.
Let's get it going.
All right, we'll go back to the station for this 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have Stacy and possibly have a special guest with us. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
Local high school game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank continues to support our local community from its headquarters here in Carter County. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage at one of our convenient locations or visit citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton Rehab and Wellness Center has been faithfully serving the Elizabethton and surrounding area for around 40 years, offering physical, occupational, and speech therapies tailored to meet your specific needs. The facility is clean, faces are friendly, and they strive to provide the best care to all who enter their doors. Remember, if you feel like you're sitting on the sidelines of life due to a sickness that's got you down, let Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton help you get back into your game. People you know, caring for people you love. And go Cyclones!
Do more of what you love. Expect more from your education. Achieve more of your goals. At Northeast State, we offer more than 135 programs of study, small class sizes, and we have a 90% job placement rate. Now is the time to do more. We are dedicated to guiding you through every step, from admissions to enrolling in classes to graduation. Visit northeaststate.edu and apply today.
Eat at one of the most popular places in Elizabethton, Jay's Corner at the corner of Lynn Avenue and F Street downtown. Jay's Corner was voted Reader's Choice for the best burger in town, and you'll also love Jay's Barbecue, smoked wings, hot dogs, subs, salads, and the very wide selection of sandwiches. Jay's Corner is open daily except Sunday to eat in or carry out. You can also call ahead at 547-3300 to have your order ready for pickup. Jay's Corner, Lynn at F Street, Elizabethton, also featuring daily specials, ice cream, and shakes. See the full menu on Facebook. Watson's Marine off Highway 11E Bluff City is where you'll find one of the area's best selections of fishing tackle and marine accessories, plus the latest Camas, Phoenix, and Vexus boat selections. Watson's Marine also has Mercury and Yamaha outboard engines. Owner Aaron Green and sales and tackle shop manager Rex Pendergrass invite you to stop in soon and look at all the latest models and merchandise. Watson's Marine, Highway 11E, 2 miles from Bristol Motor Speedway towards Johnson City. The drive-through window is open for your convenience at Reed Pharmacy, West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, across from the high school with quality prescriptions for people and pets.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to halftime at Seymour High School, where your Cyclones are up 35-0. And Stacy, while we got a minute, we're waiting on Mr. Minton. Let's hit the playoff scenario real quick. Okay. As it stands right now, Knox Carter's up over top of. They're losing to Fulton by a score of 17-0 at halftime. If Fulton wins, Fulton will be number 2. Right. Number 2 seed. Carter will then bump to a 3 seed because Carter and South Doyle split. Or they played and South Doyle lost to Carter last week. So they've got the head-to-head. Doyle will be the 4 seed. And they're up on Gibbs by a score of 35-0 in the third quarter, or 35-6 in the third quarter. So if it stands chalk right now, once Greenville will play South Doyle, Cyclones will take on Knox Carter, and then Volunteer will travel to Anderson County, and then Seymour will travel to Fulton, and Seymour will travel to Anderson County. That's as it sets up right now if everything stays chalk.
I'm going to take your word for it. Okay. You have to diagram that out. It stands right now, everything as you said, though. Knox Carter would then come in to
that will be a 3
next week, which gives them, as you said, they've got a stud of a quarterback.
Yes,
Knox Carter.
He's got about 2,800 yards passing.
Yep, and that seems to be their big thing. The teams that scare me, Anderson County doesn't scare me in the number 1 seed. It's Fulton and South Doyle with that big running back they've got. So that causes us some problems if we have to face those, but that puts them on the track to Greenville, so, which is a good thing, and which is what we're kind of looking for right here. So if everything stands put, right now, we're in a good situation here to go.
Yep, we'll go ahead and give Mr. Minton right here as he is going to get him a water bottle. We've got some interesting and exciting news that him and Stacy is going to speak about. But like I said, status quo, we'll be home next week against Knox Carter.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Minton, here you go, sir.
We're proud here at halftime at WBEJ Radio. We've got the principal of Elizabethton High School, Mr. John Minton. Principal, thank you very much for joining us here at halftime. I'm sure you don't mind to come in here in the nice, cozy press box.
Yeah, it's all right. I may keep this headset, Tony. I may keep this thing, take it down there with me, just to keep my ears a little bit warm. It's really not that cold, but it hasn't been cold in a while. It feels like it's 30 degrees, but you know, a little bit of rain and wind does it all for you.
Wind's blowing a little bit up here right now. Let's talk just a little bit about. Got one more game here. Looks like a home game for the Cyclones. As it stands right now, looks like we'll host Knox Carter next week at Elizabethton High School. Big announcements this week for academics at Elizabethton High School in a partnership. Let's talk to our listeners a little bit about that, please.
Yeah, so the Capstone Course that some people may have seen highlighted yesterday by ETSU, they did a tremendous job getting the media out and just talking about what a great opportunity and a chance it is for our kids to earn credit. The Capstone Course was created several years ago as a partnership with Milligan, and we still got that partnership in place. One of the next steps to building that partnership where students were able to earn dual enrollment credit through Milligan at Milligan when they graduate was just expand that partnership and grow it to where other colleges and universities that our students attend traditionally would also recognize a credit as well. And so the local dual credit option that was highlighted yesterday with ETSU is one of 5 partnerships that we have now with Tusculum, Carson Newman, Northeast State, ETSU, and, of course, Milligan. And all 5 of those schools recognize the Senior Cyclone Capstone Course as a local dual credit option. So what that really means for our listeners and for our kids is that when a student graduates, if they earn the credit at the high school teacher, then when they enroll, if they enroll at one of those schools, then they'll automatically receive the credit for the course. So it's very similar to like a freshman experience, which is usually required by most college campuses. And so the experiences that we'll be giving the kids during the course, like visits and having college professors and admissions counselors come out and talk to the students about the school, they'll be getting that first-year experience in some ways as part of the course. And because of that, they jumped on board. I think it's a good chance for our regional schools to get into our school and see our kids, and it's also a chance for our kids to be able to see what they've got to offer. And at the end of the day, it's a win-win for everybody.
It is, and you know, as a parent with 2 kids in college right now at UT, those dual enrollment credits does a couple of things. Number one, it gets you acclimated to what work looks like in a college setting. You know, the instructors and so forth and the material and how much more intense that it is. But also if you get that credit, it puts you that much ahead because as some college students are learning, 15 hours of time doesn't quite get you out in the 6 semesters that you want in college. So it helps them get acclimated, but it can also give them put them a little bit ahead. And that really becomes important when you start looking about things like registration and so forth. It kind of gives them a real advantage.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, if you think about and as you well know, and I do too, that, you know, college, and a lot of times kids get into college and they change their mind. They change their path. They change their course of study. But sure, those general ed core requirements that a lot of students, you know, would have to get out of the way initially. And so a lot of times with dual enrollment, dual credit, and things like that, that's what colleges and high schools partner together to focus on. And this is just stacking on top of that, really, because I think the further we go down the road, especially in the last 18 months with the pandemic, everybody's really rethought what it means to learn and how to learn and when to learn, how much it means to get ahead and when you can. And so, again, this partnership and these discussions were happening before that, but this is just kind of a culmination of that. There's a lot of people at the school level and regionally at those other schools that put a lot of work and thought into it. We just appreciate all of them for trusting in us and, you know, trusting our kids because we had 50 out of ETSU yesterday. They got a great experience. It's a completely different East Tennessee State University than even I remember 15 years ago. It's changed a lot, and so
we won't talk about how long it's been since I've been over there. So it really is. Will these courses be taught at the university online, or how's it going to be?
No, they'll be taught at school. So the Capstone Course is available through our master schedule. So when students go to register, like our juniors next year, when they register, they'll have offerings to be able to register for that course. I mean, obviously, it won't be a requirement. It'll be highly recommended, though, and I think the course will sell itself in a lot of ways. You know, having that kind of flexibility of credit if the student plans on enrolling or attending, or that's one of their top choices, then it's really a win-win. They're going to learn a lot of skills about and preparation, about professionalism, and about how to create, resumes and submit college applications. Take 5 visits throughout the semester to see those places, get on campus. Even when a student already has their mind made up, or a family has their mind made up about what they want to do, it's still good to get in person and see what the experience is like, get to eat in the dining hall, see what a residence hall looks like, and maybe go sit in and audit a course for a few minutes, which is all part of the requirements of the course. But we're going to make all that available through the school by providing the funds to be able to take the trips out there, bust the kids out. Of course, if we're in conditions to be able to do that, which we are right now, thank goodness. It's all going to be, it'll be a high school course just like anything else, but it'll have a ton of college components to it. And so hopefully when students finish, if one of those schools are in their top 5 options, then it's going to be a win-win. Again, if they decide not to, nobody's hurt.
Right. And, it's such a huge step forward from high school to college. And kids hear about these schools, but to actually be able to go on the campus and experience, I think it'll really give them a step ahead.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to really explain it or prepare someone for the entire experience, but I think there's little things that you can do to try to acclimate kids to be able to know what to expect. At the end of the day, though, it's a big transition, even for somebody who's adjusted well through high school, does really well academically or socially. Moving to another place and being with people that you don't know, it's a lot like moving from 8th grade to 9th grade and then from 12th grade to moving on, even if it's going into the workforce. And so everything that we can do to try to absorb a little bit of that shock and be able to get kids ready, that's what we're going to do.
Well, and ETSU gets a chance now to see some of the talent that's at Elizabeth High School.
Absolutely.
Mr. Benton, always, thank you. Hang around here. I have to give the headphones back to Tony, but we'll try to get you some earmuffs here. But we appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you next week at Elizabethton High School as we host the first round of the playoffs.
Thank you, sir. Go Cyclones.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send it back real quick. The teams are back on the field for that abbreviated halftime. We'll send it back for a quick 60-second timeout. When we come back, Tony and I will have your second half. As we do, Cyclones lead big, 35-0, as we get ready to start the second half. We'll be back after this 60-second word from our sponsors on WBEJ Radio Sports.
Home loans, construction, auto and personal loans, all available now at Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank in Elizabethton, Johnson City, and in Mountain City. Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank is your hometown independent community bank since 1937, also offering business checking, certificates, IRAs, and both mobile and online banking. Stop by the Elizabethton Federal office nearest you for more information. Apply for a mortgage online at elizfed.com. Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank, equal housing lender and member FDIC. For services beyond just shipping, there's so much more at the UPS Store, 106 Broad Street, including printing. No matter what your printing need might be, the UPS Store in Elizabethton provides printing for business cards, yard signs, decals, invitations, envelopes, promotional items, banners, and any other outdoor signage. For any printing need you have, see the UPS Store, 106 Broad Street, Elizabethton, locally owned and ready to serve you 7 days a week. The UPS Store also provides notary service. The drive-through window is open for your convenience at Reed Pharmacy, West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, across from the high school, with quality prescriptions for people and pets.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back at the start of the third quarter. Mason Williams kicked the ball into the end zone, so the Eagles will take over first and 10 at their own 20. Stacy, I don't know why the clock ain't running, but it should be running. Hand off to the tailback Harris. Harris is going to try up the middle over the right side, and he's going to be tackled for maybe about a 2-yard gain. And, Stacey, we got a new white hat back here.
Yep.
We've actually got, we've lost the original white hat, so we're now down to a 5-man crew.
Yep. 11:40 to go here. We got 35-point lead. That's the magic number that we look for running clocks.
Yes.
This clock will continue to run throughout the second half unless the Eagles were to score.
Yep. Hand off to Harris. Harris is going to try over the right side, and he's going to be met by number 40, Harrison Lane. He's going to fall across the 25, maybe up near the 26. So we're going to say a third down and a long 4.
Got word from Robbie Fritz here, 4:00, probably into the third now. Boone's up 24-7. Pouring rain over in Gray. no press box for shelter. He went to get something to eat, so we'll have to get that off of Coach T.
Pick six. House call, Jake Roberts. He baited him into that.
He did. The receiver looked like he was open. Jake came in, intercepts that straight down the sidelines, untouched for a 26-yard interception return for a touchdown for the Cyclones. So Jake now has one on special teams.
All of them.
And on offense, and now on a pick six from his cornerback position. That makes your score now 41-0. Clock stopped at 10:48 for the extra point. But he should start running again after that. You're right, Tony. He baited
yeah.
Made him look like he was open, and he broke on the ball. And just those football instincts, Tony.
Yeah, just like reminded me of last year's state championship game. So we're waiting on the snap and the hold. Snap, good snap, down, up. And it is good. So with 10:48 left to go here in the third quarter, your new score, Cyclones are up 42-0. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Warm up before you go to the remaining football games with Johnny Red's Hot Chicken. It's an all-new item on the menu at Dino's, downtown Elizabethton. Ask your waiter or waitress for more information on Johnny Red's Hot Chicken, but try it soon at Dino's, where you can also enjoy authentic hot Italian foods, including lasagna, spaghetti, and others. Numerous American favorites, too. On Fridays and Saturdays, Dino's also offers a 10-ounce prime rib dinner with salad inside. Dino's, downtown Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, open from 11 a.m. Russ Swaney Real Estate is Elizabethton's oldest, most experienced real estate firm. Russ Swaney, David Collins, Deborah Sutherland, and Julia Adams combine their efforts to give their clients the utmost in experienced real estate service with a proven record of success. Whether listing your property to sell, searching for a new home, or needing the services of a professional auctioneer, Russ Swaney Real Estate offers their clients the utmost in service. If it's real estate, it's time to call Russ and his team. They get the job done. For the best carpets, hardwood floors, vinyl, ceramic tile, laminates, and waterproof flooring, see Winchester Quality Flooring, 110 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton.
Better than ever.
FM 107.9, AM 1240, WBEJ, Elizabethton, Tennessee.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Seymour Stadium, where Mason Williams tees up, kicks it off, and this will be filled up about the 18-yard line. He's across the 20, the 25, the 30. He's still on his feet, and Harrison Lane drags him by the back of his jersey. And Stacy, come another 15-yard penalty. That's going to be on the Harrison Lane for tackling. He slammed you down after the whistle blew.
Yep. Don't know why the clock's not running.
I don't either.
With the penalty here.
I'm going to go next door and tell him to run that clock.
I don't know if they'll substitute white hat.
We got two white hats.
Yep.
So it's going to be a personal foul against the Cyclones. Stacey, that's one thing the Cyclones are going to have to do to clean up. If they want to advance far in the playoffs,
you get better teams coming in better each week. You can't give them 45, 60 yards and penalties on kickoffs.
Yep.
So now they start at the 44-yard line, have it first and 10.
We hand off to Harris. Harris is going to bounce it outside to the right. There's a hold, and it's not called. And Luke Whaley comes up, and he's going to force him out of bounds, and he steps out of bounds. And I don't know how in the world they didn't.
Ripped his jersey off. You can see him right now. He's trying to get his jersey adjusted.
He would have been convicted in a court of law. And I have an attorney standing with me on that one. So it's going to be a first and 10 for the Eagles at the 40-yard line. So we're down at 10:15 left to go here in the third quarter. Eagles going to have trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Funk, he's going to hand off to the tailback. Tailback's going to go over to the left tackle, and he's going to be tackled after about a 1 yard, maybe a 2 yard gain.
Good job by Drew Turner there on the tackle.
Yep, good shock and shed by Drew.
Second down, we'll call it second down and 7. They'll give him about 3 yards on that. 9:45 to go here in the third period. Cyclones up 42-0.
Trips or twins left and twins right. Tailback to the left side of quarterback. Funk. Funk's going to get it. He's going to hand off to tailback. Tailback's going to try to go outside, and Shankles stops him, and actually he might have. They're giving him back to the original line of scrimmage, Stacy. I don't know about that, but that's what they give him. So it's going to bring up third down and 7. No, they're going to give him a gain of a yard.
He didn't get a yard on that. Shackle did a good job. It stopped him and threw him back. So
3rd and 6 from the Cyclones' 36-yard line as Hatfield runs on.
Levin's in now, the defensive end for the Cyclones.
Rolling to his left is Funk, still rolling. He's rolling. He's going to throw, and it's going to be nicely broken up by number 9, Gerard, who did exactly what you need to. Yep. Shoulder pad in the gut.
Yep, shoulder pad in the gut, caused him to drop the ball. Going to bring up a 4th down and 7 for Seymour. They're going to go for it here, trailing 42-0. Clock stopped temporarily. Have no idea why, again. But they're going to go for this, Tony. They have to at this point.
They're going to be twins left and twins right. And Harris is back in there to the right side of quarterback Funk. Back to pass. Quarterback, he's looking. He's going to throw. And it's going to be in and out of the hands as Gerard Griffin made a play on the ball and just barely made contact with it and off the receiver hand. So it's going to be turned over to the Cyclones, who will take over 1st and 10 at our own 36-yard line, leading 42-0 with 8 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Cyclone defenders kind of crossed that time, and then the cross, the receiver was open, but unable to hold on to the ball, so Cyclones take over on downs. 1st and 10 from, we'll call it the 36-yard line. Right now at 7:45 to go in the 3rd period. Cyclones leading 42-0.
Starting offensive units back out there. It'll be twins right, and it's going to be a Durrell play to Cade. Cade gets across the 40, lowers his shoulder at the 44-yard line, a pickup of about 8 yards. Stacey, you're surprised to see the starting Cyclone offensive unit out there as a whole.
Well,
I know they haven't ran many plays.
No, they haven't run many plays. I think they'll try to get a few plays out of them. Got a little different wrinkles in there. We got Woodby in at the H-back here, so don't get anybody hurt.
Yep, Russell gets it. He's across 45-50, 45-40. He's 45-30, 35-30, 25 stiff arm, 20-10, 5 house call. Okay, Russell, no flag. They got a flag right back here at the 10-yard line. Now, how can they call? He was the only one. Let's see what he's going to call. He moved it back to the 11.
The only thing that happened right there at the 11 is
they're going to call block in the back against the Cyclones.
Didn't have to have a block in the back.
No.
He was the only one there.
I don't know how you call that one. So it's going to be a spot foul, and it's going to back it up. Take a touchdown away from number 5, Cade Russell, and it's going to put the ball back to the 23-yard line, and that's enough for a select 7 first down for the Cyclones.
Takes a beautiful run off the board for a touchdown, though. Didn't quite have a stiff arm. He just kind of did a sweep with him, did a sweep and knocked him out of the way. But it is a select 7 first down for the Cyclones. They'll have it 1st and 10, balls on the 28-yard line of the Seymour Eagles.
And maybe that's how the referee's seen it. Russell's going to get it again. He's going to be hitting the backfield, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. Tackled by the whole right side of the Eagle defensive line. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Cyclones at the Eagle 23-yard line, or 28. 23-yard line. The scoreboard's got 28, but it's actually 23. Fully clock down to 19, plenty of time. Twins left, H-back left, Singlers here to the right. Russell, left side. Back to passes Rollins. He's looking. He's got Jake. Wide open, Jake. Oh, good play by the defender.
Yeah, number 7 for Seymour there. Last second, gets his hands up, knocks it away. Jake over there, is that who that was intended for? Clock still ticking, 4:52 to go here in the 3rd period. Cyclones lead 42-0, have it 3rd down and 10 now from the Seymour 24-yard line.
Hand off to Cade. Cade patiently waits. He's across the 15, 10, 5, lowers his shoulder, goes down inside the 15. Is enough for another select 7 first down for the Cyclones. Going to bring up 1st down and 10 right at the 11. Stacy, a little tidbit, if Bryson gets one more touchdown, that's going to put him at number 3 in the state of Tennessee all by himself.
In history.
In history.
Of high school football.
It'll be 134 touchdowns.
That's just amazing stat for somebody that started for 3 years. First year he's basically in there doing what Gerard did, kind of a utility now.
Yep. Pass out here to Jake. Jake gets it, lowers his shoulder.
There it is.
Give him 6.
There it is, Tony.
Yep, there it is.
Called it up, and there it is. So he moves into 3rd place on the all-time list in the state of Tennessee with a little help from Jake Roberts. That is going to make the score 48-0 with 3:55 to go. It's confirmed. Touchdown for Bryson Rollins again to move him into 3rd place all-time on the list. And that's all classifications.
That's all classifications.
That's all classifications in the state of Tennessee. Jake Roberts scores yet another touchdown tonight. He's having quite the night for the Cyclones. Espito comes on to attempt another extra point.
Waiting on the snap and the hold. Good snap. Gets it down, kicks us up, and it is good. So with 3:18 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, your score, Cyclones are up 49-0. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout.
Finance your next automobile with a loan rate as low as 1.79% APR at the Happy Valley Credit Union, Elizabethton, where this offer is extended into November. Come in and ask any Happy Valley Credit Union loan officer for full details, as loan restrictions do apply. You could be driving a new or used car with a loan payment based on a very low 1.79% APR, but although the offer is extended, the loan rate is still good only for a limited time at Happy Valley Credit Union, Lynn Avenue at C Street, Elizabethton. What began as a vision for a young nurse is now a heritage for over 4 generations at Ivy Hall. With a 5-star rating by Medicaid Medicare, residents at Ivy Hall receive the best physical, speech, and occupational therapy in the area. And now respiratory therapy services are offered on staff too, all in a new state-of-the-art facility. Physician and nursing services to aid the healing process are also provided. All insurance is accepted at Ivy Hall, 301 South Watauga Avenue, Elizabethton, and online at ivyhallnursinghome.com.
Visit the Coffee Company in downtown Elizabethton for handcrafted coffee drinks, sandwiches, and salads. Go Cyclones!
Better than ever country. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Seymour High School with Williams. Got the ball teed up on the near side of the 40. The approach and the kick. And he fits his foot into it, and it's going to be fielded inside the 5, about the 3. It's across the 10, the 15, the 20. 25, and the Grass Monkey trips him up about the 27-yard line where the Eagles will take over 1st and 10. Stacey had something open that time.
He did. Eli Blevins came in that time, had an arm out too, so we'll give him half an assist on that tackle right there. 2:52 to go with the running clock. Cyclones lead 49-0. Now we should see some substitutions in for the Cyclones.
And we do. We got over here at one corner, we got number 15, Luke Whaley. At your other corner, you got number 19, Teddy Orton. You got Jeriah Griffin, number 9, playing one safety. See you got Blevins, number 32, playing one of the defensive ends. Back to passes, front. No, he hands it to the receiver. The running backs will get it, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of about 2 yards, as you got number 63 for the Cyclones coming in, replacing Brad Cannon. You get Eli Guest coming in. Eli Guest is a 6'1", 205-pound sophomore for the Cyclones. He'll be playing one defensive end. As the Eagles break the huddle, they're going to have trips right, single receiver to the left. Funk and shotgun formation. Looking. He's going to get it, play fake. No, he hands it off to the running back, and he's going to be hit by J.C. Andes and also Eli Guest coming in to make the tackle. And just for measure, you're going to have Andrew Blevins cleaning up. So now we got got number 89 in for the Cyclones. You got Landon Hughes, who is 6'2", 205-pound freshman.
Andrew Blevins, number 32, 6'1", 210 at the left defensive end.
Sophomore.
Sophomore. Just got word from Robbie Fritz, final over in Gray. Daniel Boone defeats Hampton 27-14 tonight.
Cyclone showing blitz, Harrison Lane blitz, and then he's going to go through there, and he's going to get
got him. Yes, sir.
He gets him, sacks him back inside the 12, and they're going to say mark it up at the 15-yard line. So that's going to be a big loss for the Eagles. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 13 as we're got 50 seconds left to go, and your score sponsored by Bojangles.
4th down and 23.
Oh, 20. Oh, I was looking at the clock. That's what I get for looking at the.
Yeah, this scoreboard. I don't know who's up here, but they're blinder than I am. That's 4th down and 23.
Yeah, I was saying the score sponsored by Bojangles. The Cyclones are up 49-0. Jake standing back about his own 50, waiting on the punt. Now he creeps up to about his own 45. Better snap. He gets it away, and it's the end over end that Jake's going to get at his 46. He's dancing in the back, and he's going to be tackled right about his own 43. No, he's still on his feet, just crossing 35-30, lowers his shoulder, goes out of bounds right about the 30-yard line, and that's going to do it, Stacy, for the end of 3. So we'll go back to the station for this 60-second timeout. Before we do, we'll let you know Cyclones are up 49-0. We're back after this 60-second timeout.
Come see the all-new 401 Hatcher Lane showroom location of your AMAR automatic garage door opening system dealer in Elizabeth, then Rocky Top Garage Doors. Mitch Parlier, owner of Rocky Top Garage Door Service, has provided sales, service, and installation of garage doors for over 30 years and is Elizabeth's AMAR door and linear and liftmaster door opener dealer. Tell them what to do if their garage door breaks, Lexi.
Call my papa at Rocky Top Garage Door, 518-1516.
Learn more about Rocky Top Garage Doors online at rockytopgaragedoor.com. To phone in your next order to the Ridgewood, be sure you dial 538-7543. 538-7543 is the correct phone number to enable you to order the best barbecue in the Tri-Cities. Try the Ridgewood's barbecue platter featuring Ridgewood's exclusive barbecue sauce with fries, coleslaw, and rolls. It's enough to feed 2 people for one low price. The Ridgewood is open every day except Sundays and major holidays on Old Highway 980 at Bluff City. The Ridgewood barbecue, still worth bypassing all the others for. Integrity, trust, respect, and family. That's how Southern Finance has survived since 1959 in an ever-changing economy. Southern Finance specializes in small personal loans, auto loans, home and land loans, and more. Hometown lending for honest, hard-working people like you. No credit or less than perfect credit is welcome at Southern Finance. Across from the Bonnie Kate, downtown Elizabethton. To find the loan you need, call 542-2165. Simply Elegant Catering and Bakery, 528 Elk Avenue, downtown Elizabethton, is currently accommodating all your catering needs, including baked items by special order.
Better than ever, WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, while we was away, Bryson Rollins hit Teddy Orton for a 30-yard touchdown pass, which puts the score now at 55-0 with 11:20 left to go. How long was that, Wes? 29-yard touchdown pass from Bryson Rollins to number 19, Teddy Orton, as we're waiting on the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and it is good. So with 11 minutes left to go here in the 4th and final period, your new score, Cyclones are up 56-0. We'll be back after the 60-second timeout.
Shop the Jeweler's Bench now for the 2020 Pandora Cyclone State Championship charm, sold exclusively at Jeweler's Bench. Also now featuring a new selection of diamond engagement rings, tennis bracelets, rings, and much more. Jeweler's Bench has silver jewelry lines including Anna Hay, Southern Gate, and Sterling Reputation. And see John for custom jewelry you might want, plus jewelry repair. The Jeweler's Bench, across from Hardee's, Broad Street, Elizabethton.
Hermitage Health Center is a 70-bed nursing and rehabilitation 5-star facility in Elizabethton with a reputable therapy team offering physical, occupational, and speech services 7 days a week. Their Rehab to Home program focuses on the goal of returning residents home, re-energized and with more mobility. Schedule your tour today at Hermitage Health Center, 1633 Hillview Drive, Elizabethton, 543-2571.
Northeast Community Credit Union is the place for loans. Northeast Community Credit Union, proud Cyclones supporter for nearly 70 years.
Better than ever country. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Cyclones kick the ball out of bounds. That's number 20, Caleb Campbell. So the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line as they ran the clock the whole entire time. So we're down to 9:25 left to go here in the 4th period. Stacey, we got some new players, so let's go ahead and see if we can't get them.
Yeah, and that all of them in there. The Cyclones He just threw a little out pass out here to Teddy Orton, and he just runs it in. It's not a bomb they're throwing, trying to get him a little catch there, but they end up scoring 56-0, making that score for the Cyclones. We have in there now Mark Chappell, 6'2", 235, sophomore at the defensive end on the right side.
You got number 46, Maddox Tressler, 5'10", 170-pound sophomore.
J.C. Indies is in there now. We've got Jeriah Griffith back here at one safety.
You got number 24 or 26 is Billy Woodby. He's 5'10", 210-pound freshman linebacker.
46, Maddox Tressler, did you say him?
Yeah.
Here at one linebacker.
I can't see who the other safety is over there. I think that's number 6, Jesse Whitehead, playing safety.
Looks like it, yep, it is. Number 6, Jesse Whitehead, you're right, at the left side safety. Jeriah Griffith here at the right side safety.
As the referees are still getting together, and they're going to move the ball to apparently they're going to re-kick it, maybe. I don't know. They're going to put the ball back inside.
Did they decline the penalty?
I don't know.
Make him re-kick it. Well, had to be some kind of penalty.
I never seen a flag.
I didn't either. I don't think they know what they're doing.
I don't think they do either.
I've never seen 2 white hats out there either.
No, I haven't either. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first for myself and Stacy.
I just wish they'd quit talking and start running the clock.
Yeah, I agree.
Looks like they're trying to figure out what the rules are as they go along here.
Hey, it's NASCAR, baby. I'll tell you, Stacy, since they're trying to figure it out, let's go back for a quick 30-second timeout. When we come back, maybe they'll have it figured out by then.
We hope.
Yeah, we'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Get 2 meat and potato burritos for just $6 at Taco John's. Get your choice of bacon or sausage meat in your meat and potato burrito at Taco John's and get 2 of them for just $6 for a limited time. Drive through at Taco John's for breakfast to enjoy a potato ole scrambler in a large bowl, also with choice of meat combined with eggs, green peppers, onions, tomatoes, and potato oles. It's the potato ole scrambler for breakfast Monday through Friday, 7 to 10:30 a.m. and on Saturday mornings, 8 to 11. Drive through Taco John's, Broad Street at Sycamore, Elizabethton, as late as 10 o'clock any night. The drive-through window is open for your convenience at Reed Pharmacy, West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, across from the high school with quality prescriptions for people and pets.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And after a whole delay, the ball goes back to the original starting point at the 35-yard line where it went out of bounds.
I think they were just cold and needed to walk a little bit, so they walked to the other end of the field, then walked back. 2 more runs of play, gains 2 yards here on a little handoff to the right. Clock down now to 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Cyclones lead 56-0. They have it second down and 8. Seymour does at their own 36-yard line.
Twins left, twins right. Quarterback waiting on the snap. He's going to keep it, and he's going to drive over the right side. He's down across the 40, the 45, and he goes up to the 46-yard line, and that's enough for an Eagle touchdown.
Good play fake that time. Took it around the edge, kind of Cyclones kind of bid on the dive play there, the fake dive, and let him get outside. So he picks up the first down for Seymour. They have it 1st and 10. Ball's now on the 46-yard line. 7:25 to go in the 4th period.
Same formation for the Eagles, balanced formation. Quarterback in the shotgun waiting on the snap. He gets it, and he's going to hand off to the tailback. Tailback's going over to left middle. And he's going to be hit by a host of Cyclones who was led by Eli Guess and also number 89, Landon Hughes. Now, we've got a couple of new players. We got number 41, Hunter Franklin in.
Also got Billy Woodby, freshman in at middle linebacker, number 26.
You got Cam Baker in here, back here at one safety, taking the spot of number 9, Jeriah Griffin. Second down and 7 for the Eagles. And it's going to be handoff. Tailback's going over to the right side. Needs to be strung outside by Shankles, and Shankles gets him, and he still stays on his feet. He's going to drive across the 45 into Cyclone territory, down near a first down, see where they're going to mark it. And indeed, Stacy, that is going to be enough for a Eagle first down, as you got number 20, Zion Reddick, coming in for number 26, Billy Woodby. Also, who's that? 83, Alex Riddle in.
Landry Buckles coming in, number 36. 5'10", 165 freshman.
Eagles got it. Quarterback's rolling to his left. He's rolling. He throws it out. Oh, and it's going to be up and almost picked off by a tremendous. That might have been the play of the game if Luke Whaley could have caught that. But
good job by Whaley.
Good break on the ball.
Good break, good hit, and almost come down with the interception.
Yeah. You know, Stacy, you look at this Cyclone organization as a whole. They're playing a lot of sophomore and freshmen that are getting some quality minutes, and then you look down at the roster and you see some of this youth coming up. Cyclones are here to stay for a while.
Yep. Jeremiah Norris comes in now, number 84, the freshman wide receiver, defensive back, who can absolutely fly, Tony.
Yep.
State champion in junior high in the hurdles.
Yeah, you also get number 24, Dylan Woodby in. And the running back runs it over the right side, and he's across the 35 down inside the 30. That's enough for another Eagle first down. 4:50 left to go here in the fourth and final quarter. Cyclones are up 56-0.
Tony, you know, it's good to see here these kids come out. They get to earn that letter, and also get a chance to do that. As number 11, Eli Blevins, comes in here to play the right corner for the Cyclones.
They're tackling dummies during the week. It's good to see that they're rewarded. Twins left and right. Tailback gets it. He's trying over the left side. And Maddox Tressler comes up, and he runs through the tackle with Tressler, and Eli Blevins gets him and holds on, but not before he gets enough for another select 7 first down. All right, Stacy, now let's get these coming in.
Hockey change here going on.
Yeah, line change.
We'll do this.
Looks like you got
big old youngin' over here.
They got number 88, Blaine Colley, who's 6'1", 175. 71, Carter Muncie, 5'10", 200. Number 90.
Ben Adams, 6'2", 200 pounds.
Freshman.
He's a big old kid.
Yeah. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. They're going to hand it to tailback. Tailback's going over the left side, and he's going to run through the end to the arm tackle. There comes a late flag. And let's see, Stacy, you got who's the other one?
Holding there on the Seymour Eagles, so the ball's going to come out.
You got
Eli Blevins on the tackle there as he runs him out of bounds.
You also got number 72, Stacy, Carson Atkinson, who's a 5'8", 80-pound freshman.
Got number 85, Logan Campbell, in now, defensive back. He's 5'6", 140-pound freshman.
Here's another one coming on, Stacy. Number 34.
Number 34, John Seifert. That's Adams. That's Adams' nephew.
Yep, and number 48.
5'10", 145, sophomore.
48, Dylan Russell, who is Diesel Russell, 5'10", 165. We're down to 2:40 left to go here, and it's first down and 21 for the Eagles as they got trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Quarterback's going to hand off to the tailback. Tailback's going to try over to the right side. He's going to cross the 20, and he's going to go down inside the 15, down near the 12-yard line. And Stacy, here comes 2 more.
Yep. You've seen Jeremiah Norris that time, the speed he had. He came from this side, this safety over here, and ran him out of bounds completely on the other side. Good thing.
And we got an injured Cyclone over down on the field on the far side. So while we got an injury timeout, let's go ahead and go back to the station for this 60-second timeout. But before we do, we'll let you know Cyclones are up 56-0.
Home loans, construction, auto, and personal loans, all available now at Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank in Elizabethton, Johnson City, and in Mountain City. Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank is your hometown independent community bank since 1937, also offering business checking, certificates, IRAs, and both mobile and online banking. Stop by the Elizabethton Federal office nearest you for more information. Apply for a mortgage online at elizfed.com. Elizabethton Federal Savings Bank, equal housing lender and member FDIC. With the pandemic continuing in place, don't panic. See Tom and Jerry at Clayton Homes of Elizabethton for all your home needs, where you always get 100% satisfaction for both product and service. Clayton Homes of Elizabethton is your low price leader for manufactured homes. You'll get the lowest home prices always at Clayton Homes of Elizabethton. So shop us first or shop us last for the guaranteed lowest home prices in the area. From Tom and Jerry at Clayton Homes of Elizabethton, 9TD Bypass, open Monday through Saturday. For the best carpets, hardwood floors, vinyl, ceramic tile, laminates, and waterproof flooring, see Winchester Quality Flooring, 110 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
All right, late Jim Milwaukee was away. The running back for Seymour just ran it in over the left side across the end zone for a touchdown. So that now cuts the lead for the Cyclones down to 56-6 with 1:30 left to go here in the fourth and final period.
Seymour still have the starters in there. We can't even keep track of all the new ones that the Cyclones have in there on defense, but that's why they come in there. And he's able to take it over the left side into the touchdown. About a 12-yard touchdown run. About a 12-yard touchdown run for the Eagles. As Tony said, to make it 56-6. Clock continues to run. We're now down to 1 minute to go in the ball game as Seymour's going for two.
Quarterback's going to hand it to the tailback. No, he's going to keep it. He fakes left, and he goes up the middle for a successful two-point conversion. So that means your new score is now 56-8 with 49 seconds left. We'll go back to the station for this 60-second timeout.
Cold weather is just around the corner, so get the professionals from Advanced Heat Pump System to maintain your system. Advanced Heat Pump Systems installs and repairs all brands and types of home heating equipment, and that includes oil furnaces. Over 40 years experience, and they'll do the job right the first time. Call. You'll get a live person on the phone. 926-2665. Help keep your home comfortable.
Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton Rehab and Wellness Center has been faithfully serving the Elizabethton and surrounding area for around 40 years, offering physical, occupational, and speech therapies tailored to meet your specific needs. The facility is clean, faces are friendly, and they strive to provide the best care to all who enter their doors. Remember, if you feel like you're sitting on the sidelines of life due to a sickness that's got you down, let Signature Healthcare of Elizabethton help you get back into your game. People you know, caring for people you love. And go Cyclones!
Do more of what you love. Expect more from your education. Achieve more of your goals. At Northeast State, we offer more than 135 programs of study, small class sizes, and we have a 90% job placement rate. Now is the time to do more. We are dedicated to guiding you through every step, from admissions to enrolling in classes to graduation. Visit northeaststate.edu and apply today.
Local high school game coverage is brought to you by Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank continues to support our local community from its headquarters here in Carter County. Whether it's managing household finances, purchasing a home, or obtaining resources for your business, Citizens Bank has experts ready to provide a helping hand. Find out more about the Citizens Bank Local Advantage at one of our convenient locations or visit citizensbank24.com today. Bank your own way. Citizens Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
To ensure Elizabethton will keep growing and thriving through the years, it all begins with a good education. The Elizabethton City School System is always thinking of how to improve your child's future. When a good education can take you as far as you want to go, you need dedicated educators and administrators to encourage, enlighten, and challenge. Support local education. The rewards are endless. A reminder from the Elizabethton City School System.
Custom Muffler and Brake is a full-service auto repair shop. Bring your vehicle for any mechanical work you might need, whether it's a major engine overhaul or repair, or even just minor fixes and routine checkups. Check your vehicle's fluid levels now for pre-winter preparedness, and also check your car's air conditioner too, because it works year-round as a drying agent, taking moisture out of your interior air to avoid condensation on the windshield. Custom Muffler and Brake is EPA certified to service car air conditioners and is conveniently located at 700 South Sycamore Street, Elizabethton. Depend on Valley Forge Wholesale Cherokee Drive behind Tractor Supply to be fully stocked with all the essential items, toys, and gifts you'll want this upcoming holiday season.
WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. As while we were away, they went ahead and ran the clock, so it's now in a final. Your final score, sponsored by Bojangles, 56-8 Cyclones. All Cyclones from the very beginning, Stacy.
Yeah, Tony, that's probably one of the most dominant defensive stands I've seen by the Cyclones here. They came out, interceptions, rushing the quarterback, tackles for loss, sacks, and to come on special teams. It's just absolutely amazing. Just got word Fulton beat Carter.
Fulton beat Carter, so now Fulton would be the number 2 seed, and Carter will be the number 3 coming to beautiful Citizens Bank Stadium next week.
Yep. And Tony, just, the offense tonight looked really good, but they didn't really have to do anything as far as other than what they do, but they looked sharp when they did it. Cade Russell, we'll get the stats here from Wes in just a minute. Just an absolutely tremendous job of running the ball on a night when Bryson Rollins takes over sole possession of third place all time in the state of Tennessee for touchdowns by a quarterback, and just an all-around very, very impressive performance by the Cyclones.
Coach Whitten alluded to, and we said it, coming on the air, he said playoff game number 1.
Right.
He wanted a good showing, and I think for the most part, other than the penalties, again, they got to get back to these penalties. Seem like penalty-wise, Cyclones, we take 2 or 3 steps forward, and then we'll go back 2 or 3 steps and have stupid, foolish, late hit, unsportsmanlike penalties. Some of it's aggression, some of it's not, some of it's just plain not listening.
Yeah, and I mean, and most of those tonight were on the kickoff.
Yeah.
So you just can't have that. So they'll work on that a little bit, but just sure does make a happier trip back to 2 hours to Elizabethton. As
Lee Woodson comes down smiling, grinning from ear to ear.
Hunting Bambi this week. Glad to have him back.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So, Stacy, while Wes is finishing up, why don't we go ahead and go back to the station for these words from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll have Wes with our second half recap. We'll be back after these words.
For all your landscaping needs, including landscaping installation, new yards seeded and strawed, landscaped maintenance, and yet more, contact Jason Bowling at B&G Landscaping right here in Elizabethton. Jason Bowling has been providing landscaping and lawn maintenance for years and also provides mulching, trimming, and even junk removal services. B&G has it all. So no matter what your landscaping need is, call Jason Bowling at B&G Landscaping Elizabethton at 512-1036. Give your dog more comfort this fall with a pre-winter shedding cleanup and hair trim from Precious Paws Pet Grooming in the Biltmore community. Dogs will soon start shedding their summer hair like falling leaves ahead of the heavier winter coat. A trim now at Precious Paws will help make them more comfortable in the waning warmth by a faster purge of the shedding hair. Fall nail trims provide better winter comfort for dogs' feet, too. Get more details from Debbie Moore, owner of Precious Paws Pet Grooming, Old Highway 980 Biltmore, in business now for 28 years. In an ever-changing, fast-paced real estate market, you need a hometown agent who has knowledge and experience of the local market. Jay Crockett with RE/MAX Checkmate has a proven record of success in handling all aspects of your real estate needs. Jay Crockett puts his expertise, hard work ethic, and nationally backed RE/MAX advertising to work for you to obtain results. For any of your real estate needs, call Jay Crockett with RE/MAX Checkmate at office number 282-0432 or call Jay direct at 341-6884. Best wishes for another great season to the state champion Cyclones. Hot dogs are just $1.50 each every day, Monday through Saturday at Reynolds Grocery in the Keenberg community, Old Bristol Highway 2 lane, Elizabethton. Don't forget about all the other convenience foods and drinks at Reynolds Grocery, where the outdoorsman will find a large selection of new and used firearms, ammo, fishing supplies, and tackle. Tim Reynolds is Reynolds Grocery, open 8 to 3, Monday through Saturday on the old Highway 19E in Keenberg, also serving you as a Tennessee lottery retailer. If you ever need assistance for yourself or a loved one, Aging in Place, Elizabethton's in-home care service, can help. Aging in Place offers help for everyday activities you may no longer be able to do for yourself due to aging or a physical disability, like bathing, dressing, getting around your home, preparing meals, or doing household chores. Aging in Place employs screened and skilled caregivers and is accepting new clients. Aging in Place, in-home care, a 10-care choice provider at 360 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton. Call 232-7730. It's not like home, it is home. Aging in Place is now hiring. For the best carpets, hardwood floors, vinyl, ceramic tile, laminates, and waterproof flooring, see Winchester Quality Flooring, 110 West Elk Avenue, Elizabethton.
Better than ever. WBEJ.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Sevier County, Tennessee, where tonight your Elizabethton Cyclones, in a dominating fashion, beat the Seymour Eagles by a score of 56-8. Joined as always by Wes Hostclaw here. Wes, let's go ahead and get a second half scoring summary, and then let's talk about the final stats for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. The Cyclones started right off the bat on the first Seymour possession, third quarter. Jake Roberts with a 27-yard pick six to tack on that score. And then Seymour had a turnover on downs. The Cyclones got the ball back. Cade Russell had a 56-yard, what we thought was a touchdown run. It came back with a block in the back. He turned into a 32-yard run for a first down. He added a 12-yard run, and then Bryson Rollins hit Jake Roberts with an 11-yard scoring pass. Cyclones got the ball back early in the fourth quarter. Teddy Orton then received, had a 29-yard touchdown grab from Rollins on the first play of the fourth quarter. And then Seymour, at the end of the game there, freshman Dylan King, he moved the change quite a bit there. I think he had 5 first downs there in that last drive, and he capped the game with a 12-yard touchdown run. And there was a conversion run from the freshman quarterback there, and they produced the final score, which is 56-8. For the Cyclones tonight, 273 yards of total offense, 160 rushing, 113 passing, 9 first downs, 10 penalties for 95 yards. Bryson Rollins, 9 of 16 through the air for 113 yards and 3 touchdowns. You mentioned earlier, Soul play third place, right? Third place now. So that's awesome. 3 touchdowns for Bryson today through the air. He had 5 carries on the ground for 20 yards. Cade Russell, 13 carries, 115 yards and a touchdown. Headsy run in there from Cade Russell. Jake Roberts was just a man all over the field tonight. He had 5 catches for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. Had a 29-yard punt return touchdown. 2 interceptions, one of which went back 27 yards for a touchdown, so 4 touchdowns total for Jake tonight. Blake Stewart had a 28-yard touchdown, interception return, and a half sack. Luke Whaley had a 3-yard fumble recovery touchdown there in the first half. And Trenton Taylor, Harrison Lane, and Brad Cannon all had sacks for the Cyclones tonight as well. For Seymour, 138 total yards, 127 on the ground. The bulk of that there came late there in the fourth quarter. 11 yards through the air passing, 9 first downs, only 2 penalties for 25 yards. Their senior quarterback, Eli Funk, was 3 of 19 for 11 yards and 3 interceptions. The Cyclones secondary was just all over them tonight. Brendan Harris had 60 yards rushing on 13 carries. And then the freshman Dylan King there had 7 carries for 65 yards on the last drive with that touchdown for Seymour.
11 yards passing.
Yeah. 3 of 19.
3 of 19 with 11 yards passing by the starting quarterback. Just an absolutely dominant performance by the Cyclones tonight, especially on defense. I can't tell you the last time. It's been a long time since we've had an interception return for a touchdown. Tonight we saw 2.
Had 2 of those, 3 interceptions total. You had a fumble recovery there on that punt. Just special teams, defense, just scoring on all facets of play tonight for the Cyclones. Just a strong game there, and of course Bryson Rollins there had the 3 touchdown passes. Just a great. You couldn't script a better closing finale there for the regular season to go into the playoffs next week.
Absolutely. Wes, as always, we thank you. We'll send it back to the station for our final break. When we come back, Tony and I will do a little preview of the opening round of the 2021 TSSAA playoffs as the Cyclones appear going to host Knox Carter at Citizens Bank Stadium next week. We'll have some final scores for you from around the region and our final words as your Cyclones are victorious here in Sevier County as they defeat the Seymour Eagles 56-8.
When it comes time to replace your tires, check in with Birchville Tire and Recapping, G Street, Elizabethton. Open regular hours for the best deal on all the name brand tires you trust. Yokohama, Michelin, Cooper, BF Goodrich. All tires at Birchville Tire and Recapping are mounted and computer balanced. No cost to you. You'll receive a free rotation every 5,000 miles. Birchville's Tire and Recapping, 1308 West G, Elizabethton. Open Saturdays 8 to 12:30, weekdays 8 to 5.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jonathan Street, your Elizabethton Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jonathan Street is a proud sponsor of Elizabethton High School football on WBEJ. For all your investment needs, call Jonathan at 543-8811 or stop by the office at 504 East E Street, Elizabethton. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Shouldn't financial advice focus on you, your goals, challenges, dreams for the future? At Modern Woodman, our goal is to help you plan for your financial security. Our representatives are people you can trust to help bring your dreams to life. Modern Woodman can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement.
Call your local Modern Woodman representative, Donna Bear, at 302-8188 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
342-0174. That's the number for Air Right. Here to make all your heating and cooling problems right. Air Right provides great service at a fair price for all types of systems. Heat pumps, gas and oil furnaces, or geothermal. Just call 342-0174. You'll get honest service and be informed about repairs needed with free estimates. Find out more online at RITETN.com or call Air Right 24/7 at 342-0174.
Locally owned Meredith Valley Cabins and Farmhouse provide a comfortable and cozy getaway without leaving town. For a great vacation or just a weekend getaway, Meredith Valley Cabins and Farmhouse is the peaceful place to stay on the beautiful Watauga River on Sycamore Shoals Drive off the Watauga Road. For fishing, canoeing, and kayaking, gatherings for family or friends, and always lasting memories. Meredith Valley Cabins, where memories are made by the water's edge. View Meredith Valley Farm on Facebook for more information. Steve's Lawn Care of Elizabethton is now removing leaves from commercial parking lots in addition to mowing. If you need leaf removal, Steve's Lawn Care is ready to remove the leaves from your residence or commercial parking lot. For mowing service next spring, Steve's Lawn Care is accepting new clients right now. Other services are also available with free estimates for all jobs. Remember, Steve's Lawn Care service is licensed and insured. So call Steve's Lawn Care for residential and commercial needs Monday through Saturday at 895-0149. If you're age 65 or on disability, you qualify for Medicare, and now is the time to enroll in your 2022 Medicare plan. There are many Medicare plans for different people with different needs, so to find the one best for you, contact your local Medicare agent, Adam Buckles. Even if you're already on Medicare, Adam may have a better plan for your needs. See Adam Buckles in downtown Elizabethton at 519 East E Street in the Odom Insurance Office between Farm Supply and the library, or call him at 213-7655, 213-7655. Simply Elegant Catering and Bakery, 528 Elk Avenue, downtown Elizabethton, is currently accommodating all your catering needs, including baked items by special order.
Better than ever, WBEJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the final time here at Seymour High School, where Cyclones put a bow on the end of the regular season with an 8-1 record after a pretty convincing victory against the Seymour Eagles. But, Stacy, now it's time to move on to the next season starts tomorrow. Everybody's 0-0. Cyclones are going to get Knox Carter, a team that we've never played, never faced before, coming from Strawberry Plains up to Citizen Bank Stadium with a kickoff of 7 o'clock.
Yep, 7 o'clock next week. Let's hit some final scores here as we wrap up here the final week of the regular season. As we heard, Daniel Boone defeats Hampton tonight 27-14.
And the last word we got, Crockett is on top of Richland. Oh, it's the final. 14-7, Crockett beats Richlands.
Science Hill wins the 6A Region 1 crown by a 21-3 victory over the Dobbins-Bennett Indians.
And Unicoi County all over Johnson County, 58-21.
Fallon all over North Green, 38-8.
Volunteer all over East, 35-13.
Tennessee High defeats Cherokee 30-10.
And West Ridge may have been a shocker. They end up 8-2 as they hold on to beat Jeff County by a score of 35-12.
Go down here, Anderson County beat Scott County 45-0. So Anderson County, even though they have a 5-5 record, they're number one coming out of Division II.
Yeah,
Region 2, right?
Region 2, and Fulton ends up 7-3 and clinching the number 2 seed. They beat Carter, the number 3 seed, by a score of 24-8.
And let's get down here and find another one we need.
Gibbs
loses to South Dole 45-7.
And then another good game, Maryville handles Bradley Central quite handily by a score of 42-14. Maryville rolls again, 10-0.
They do. All right, Tommy, let's kind of set the stage a little bit. Cyclones travel back to the friendly confines of Citizens Bank Stadium for one more time in the 2021 season to face Knox Carter, and hopefully are able to be able to do whatever we need to do to advance on to the next round, knowing that it'll be on the road, whatever we do. Barring
stranger things have happened.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But yes,
and we talked about it a little bit. You got a South Dole team that's got a tremendous quarterback. You got Fulton. A running back. South Dole's got probably one of the best running backs around, as good or better than Gudger.
Yes.
And Fulton's got this quick quarterback you keep telling me about that's scary. So it sets up, as it is right now, for a more difficult pathway for Greenville than it does Elizabeth. And so maybe that can work to our advantage as you know, we got a couple of things to do. Win that first round game, and then we'll start talking about paybacks and the path that the Cyclones want to take as they go on the road.
Yep. And that, join us, as we said, everything bumps up a half an hour early. So Murphy Fair will be on at 6. Coach Sean Witten's show will be on at 6:30, and Stacy will be, 5:30. 5:30. And then 6 for Coach Sean Witten, and me and you will be on for 6:30 for a 7 o'clock kickoff. And we just can't implore that next week we need the Cyclone Nation to show up and be loud and bring the cowbells and just get behind this bunch as season number 2 begins. This is why you push the weights in June. This is why you do the two-a-days. This is why you scrimmage and play the schedule you play, and scrimmages and do the JV games is because it all starts Monday.
Yep. And, we've talked about how difficult this season was going to be for the Cyclones when you look at that schedule, and to be where you're at the end of the season at 8-1, you'd love to be perfect, but 8-1 is not too bad, and that puts you in a good position to make that run now as the teams start pointing toward Chattanooga.
Yeah, and these Bryson with 38-1 as a regular already for the season as a starting quarterback. It's not too shabby. And again, before we leave, one last shout out to Connor Johnson.
Yep,
50 consecutive starts. That's phenomenal at any level.
Right, but to be a right tackle at Elizabethton High School with 50 consecutive starts, hats off to him, and we'll celebrate him again next week as he does 51.
I'm all for it. All right, for my partner Stacy Street, I'm Tony Briggs as always. We appreciate it.